Welcome to the Sice Room, where DMV culture, politics, and real conversations collide tonight. We got a special guest in the building, Kevin Ford Jr., a Prince George's County native, entrepreneur, community advocate, also a candidate running for the state Senate in District 24. Kevin has been heavily involved in the community with in all type of different things. I appreciate the brother we just met, and I appreciate the brother being able to come on the platform and join our resources. We had a lot of great conversations before this pod, and I really appreciate him, man. He real cool dude. Definitely when you get into his resume and after y'all hear him give his spiel, I would love for y'all to give him some questions. But once y'all get to know him, y'all gonna love him just like me. Without further ado, my brother, Kevin Ford Jr. Oh, my bad. I had you muted, but I got you. Oh,
there you go. I appreciate the warm welcome for sure. As my brother said, Kevin Ford Jr., I'm a candidate for state Senate here in District 24, which covers from the south side, about half of Suitland, small part of District Heights, a part of Capitol Heights, all of Seat Pleasant, Fairmount Heights, Landover, Glenarden, most of Mitchellville, small part of Bowie, all of Glendale, and about half of Lanham. And really, I'm running because I believe that strong families build strong communities, and we can't have strong families when we don't have the opportunities that people need to not only survive but to thrive. And that's why I'm running. I'm a husband, father of two sons, 7 and 3, Kevin and John. And a lot of what I'm seeing in Prince George's County right now is I just don't like it. I think that we need some other people who are stepping up and ready to do what needs to be done and also what needs to be said. I'm running on 3 main points, which is strong families, informed communities, accountable governance. On the accountable governance side, we have a president in the White House with 34 felonies. We have a state budget that's out of control. We have a county government that's doing whatever it wants to do. And we need somebody who's willing to step up and say what needs to be said. Also, as I'm going around knocking on doors, having an opportunity to talk to residents, and a lot of what I'm hearing is that people have no idea who represents them, what district they live in, or what resources are available for them through the government. I did go to Morehouse. I graduated with a degree in marketing, and a lot of what I want to try to do for our district is to be able to increase the communication and transparency and making sure that more people are engaged and involved in the civic process. Lastly, building strong families. A lot of what I'm hearing, especially on the homeowner side, is that we're paying extremely too much in property taxes. And the only way that we're going to be able to bring that down at any point in time is if we increase our commercial tax base. That means we have to build. That means we have to be able to attract businesses. But two things that we need to do in order to do that are to make sure that our schools are strong and to make sure that we are increasing our public safety. And I'm fully committed to fully supporting the Blueprint for Maryland's Future, which is a historic investment in Maryland schools, as well as not just making sure that our law enforcement have the tools that they need to do community policing, but also our fire and EMS. I've heard far too many stories on the campaign trail where we have people who have had heart attacks or had strokes and have had to wait 45 minutes for an ambulance to arrive. And that's because our county has continued to grow, but our public safety agencies have not grown as much. So I'm really looking forward to going there and having an opportunity to do what's right, to say what needs to be said, and fight to make sure that our communities, not just, certain parts of our district, but every part of our district gets the resources that they need. Especially in terms of economic development, I would be remiss to not bring up that within the 24th district, we have the Commander Stadium. We also have the Landover Mall site, which are awesome opportunities for us to be able to develop work, live, play communities where we can have different types of housing, both rental housing as well as ownership housing, and then also bringing in those types of businesses that we need to keep our dollars circulating within our community. One thing that we all know is that most of us, if we're not staying around the way, we're going to DC, we're going to Silver Spring, we're going to Northern Virginia, we're going to Annapolis just to eat or have a good time. And we need to make sure that we're able to attract businesses here to Prince George's County so that our people can be able to do the things that they like to do right here at home. Because, although we have businesses that pay business taxes, a lot of that commercial tax base is also based on people spending money right here in our community. So we have to make sure that we give people what they want in order to spend their dollar at home so that we can keep those dollars here. Outside of that, I'm really just excited to hear what questions you all have for me. And again, thank you for inviting me to the Sice Room.
All right. Anybody want to go first with a question? Wink, you got one? Marlon?
Yeah, excuse me. First of all, it's nice to meet you, and I'm glad we can see somebody that's doing the politics in this joint that ain't just coming across the news screen or in one of those bigger, billboard type things that you ride past in the neighborhoods.
Yep,
So one of the questions is, because I got my own YouTube stuff and I try to connect with young people and everything too. So basically, with young people paying attention with politics differently through social media, podcasts, and culture such as this one, almost, basically, what is or how important is it for politicians to connect with younger generation and like high school kids and things like that, our next adults, you know what I'm saying, next new adults?
It's extremely important. One thing that I've been talking about a lot in terms of education is that our education system doesn't really teach about government anymore. You have to take AP government class to really learn about how the government works in a way that is actually meaningful. And I think that it's important for us to be able to really hold a lot of voter education type of classes for all ages, because I could tell you it's our seniors as well as our kids that don't have the same information. And if it's a gap in terms of age of everybody not having this information, then it just means that the information hasn't been readily available to everybody. So that's something that I am overwhelmingly going to make sure that I address in my first 4 years in office, is increasing that amount of communication and transparency about what government systems are available for people so that they can actually benefit and be a part of the government. And I will say, just to your point, in terms of getting young folks more engaged, and while people are being more engaged, the trends still show that young people don't vote, right? And if you want to be a part of the conversation, and Senator Benson, who's our current senator, she always says, if you don't vote, you don't matter. And unfortunately, that is a realism within politics. Our elected officials only want to go where the people who they know are going to vote for them are at. And I think in order for our young people to get more engaged in the process, and now, I mean, you can register at 16, you can vote at 18. We have to be intentional about including the next generation in the civic engagement process so that we can start to build up the next generation of leaders. A lot of what I've been talking about is lifting as we climb. And that's extremely important to me because I had somebody who lifted me as they climbed. And, those are the experiences and opportunities that really paved the way for me to be able to even step up and say that I want to run for such a big office at a time like this. But our young people are extremely important. We have to have them engaged. And, I'm certainly committed to making that happen. And if there are any young folks who are watching, we do have volunteer opportunities for you to come out, help the campaign, whether that's before the actual election or during early voting or election day. So if you want to learn more about those opportunities, please do sign up on my website, which is KFord, with like the car, KFORDJR.com/volunteer.
All right. Somebody else got a question?
So I got a question.
Trey? All right.
All right. So I heard that, you talk about, the young people and all. But, as far as, volunteering and stuff, would they be able to just volunteer just during the campaign? Or would this be, volunteering long term to, actually grab the youth attention to where they be like, you know what, this actually a good person that, we can have, in front of other people, that's going, that's doing the same thing you're doing. But what makes you, more different than the others that's running? That's my question.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of, of what I've been known for, what I've been doing in our community is really community service. I've been having a whole bunch of community give back events, both for kids, for, middle-aged adults, as well as for seniors. And so to answer your first question in terms of those opportunities being available, not just during the election, absolutely. After we win this election, we will continue to do the service events that I've been doing over the past couple of years, and they will absolutely have an opportunity to come be involved, earn service hours, as I know that they need for school. But another thing that I really want to do, and not just for youth, but the district as a whole, is be able to create a committee structure that allows people to get more involved in what's going on. So we do intend to have a youth committee as well, so that these young people can have an opportunity again to learn more about the civic engagement process, but also be able to be engaged in being able to provide that input from their perspective to help impact and affect policy decisions, because that's what the state Senate is all about. We go up there to create laws for the entire state. So this is definitely an opportunity that is not just for this election, but really even more so an offer for, past the election. And I would say that that's whether I win or lose, I will still continue to do the service events around the community, and would love to have the youth engaged in that.
Okay, I got a question. All right. First off, what's going on, bro? Nice to meet you.
Same to you. Same to you.
So, all right. So, what would you say are like, as far as like in District 4, like, are the top 3 issues hurting them right now? And what, like, if you do, like, what's your plan to address it?
You said District 4 County Council, or are you talking about the district that I'm running for?
Yeah, the district that you're running for, right?
Okay. So, top issues right now is that people are being squeezed out. Costs are rising, economic opportunity is shrinking across the board. And, we have utility bills that are through the roof. We have groceries and gas that is, to an all-time high. And a lot of what I want to do is be able to go to Annapolis and try to take the burden off of the backs of our residents. Again, from, the property tax conversation, but even sales taxes, income taxes, the residents are taking the brunt of, the money that's coming in to try to work with communities through the government, right? And I think that it's important for us to be able to take that responsibility off of the backs of homeowners. So again, a lot of what I want to do to be able to do that is to try to go out there and attract different businesses. And granted, I went to Morehouse, I was a marketing major there. That's a lot of, that's a lot of what I've done in the past, is try to attract businesses through real estate, being a commercial real estate broker. So, to answer your last question in terms of the difference between the current senator versus myself, and I will first 100% say that the current senator, we love her, Senator Joanne Benson. She's been awesome for our district for a very long time, and I'm glad to have her support. But one thing I think that I've been hearing from residents is that there has not been a focus on the entire district, from Woodmore to Suitland, right? And I think that we need to make sure that we have a representative who is coming in and who is able to represent our entire district. And I know that that's what I'm going to be able to do, because I'm going to be intentional about it and reaching out to folks like you all, folks like the PFC Black Chamber, the folks like the 202 Coalition, which all three represent 3 very different demographics, and being able to bring all these people to the table through a District 24 leadership coalition, for all of us to be able to have input on what's the future of this district looks like. So again, I look at this as being more of a facilitator, especially as a senator. You're going in, you're the head of a legislative district. And I think that really gives me the opportunity to do something different than most people have done with the position in the past, especially, again, coming from a marketing background.
Come on, Sharice. I know you got something. I know you got some hot fire. You muted. You still muted. I don't know why.
I'm sorry.
There I go. Yeah, I don't live in Maryland. I live in DC actually, but I mean, how important is this run for you as a young man, as a man that's from the area, a man that's for the people? How important is this for you and to you?
Honestly, this is an extremely humbling experience. Being from around the way, grew up here, been here, intentionally chose to come back home to invest in my community to make sure that we had the representation that we need. I think far for far too long we have continued to have our own people really be looked over in terms of the leadership and the decisions that are being made here. To your point, I think it's extremely important to be able to step up and run at a time where a lot of our politicians are really going along to get along. They just want to come out, they want a picture, they want to have that photo op, but when you call them, they don't want to pick up the phone. And I think for me, that's the difference in what I plan to bring to this style of politics. I'll tell you straight up, I'll give you my number and I'm going to pick up. But if I don't pick up, I'm going to call you back, and that's the type of people that we really need representing us, folks who are going to be for the people and not necessarily for the office. And I think that far too many times we have people sit up here and tell us that, they're for the people, but in actuality, they're really not. They're sitting here and they're doing what is really best for them. And I think that that's extremely unfortunate, and they're doing it at the expense of our residents. And I'm tired of it, and I know a lot of other people are too, and that's why I've been really preaching from the hilltops and saying, hey, if we as Prince George's County want to do something different, we need to stop voting in the same people, and we have an opportunity to do that here in 2026. But again, we need folks to get out there, not just vote, but get your neighborhood, get your street, get all your people to vote. And whether you live in DC or you live in Virginia or you live in Silver Spring, you probably know people who live around the way, right? Yeah. So it's let's bring them in, and let's make sure that we can get people out and for them to understand how important this is and how much this impacts them. And again, I'll say that the state Senate, the state delegates, the decisions that are made at that state level, they say how much it costs to register your vehicle. They say how much it costs in terms of taxes on your groceries. How much is gas tax? How much are the commuter fees for the people who have to get on 270 to go to work and have to ride in this HOV lane for a toll fee, 200, and I think that while I would only be one of 47 senators and I can't make, decisions unilaterally, I will have a very strong voice in Annapolis to be able to stand up and say the things that need to be said for us. And again, we've had a strong fighter up there for a long time, but it's time to renew our enthusiasm and turn our hours into minutes. I think that we're in a great position to be able to do that.
Yeah, because I also say this as well, is that what I noticed in our governments a lot of times is that we don't have a lot of people who are young, who are enthusiastic, who are charismatic. And I think that that's what our government lacks. And we need a lot more people that are young and are about this business. And I also say to some of the things you were saying as well, just about being a Black person and representing Black Americans is something that I think is truly important, because I also see what we find in our government is a lot of people who don't represent us and who we are. And I think that is something that really needs to change and really needs to, push, just needs to be pushed forward a little bit more. So, congratulations to you and good luck.
Thank you. And to that point, though, we in Prince George's County, I think, we tend to forget, what this county was just a couple decades ago. Mm-hmm. This was straight slave quarters around here. And we have come a long, long way. And I think that we've unfortunately found ourselves where we are at really a situation where crabs in a barrel at this point, where we're a bunch of Democrats trying to fight against each other for a spotlight, and it's like, y'all, we gotta bring this back to the center, and let's figure out how we can all work together to get things done that actually improve people's lives. And not from headlines, but things that people actually feel at their kitchen table. And that is the type of work that I'm committed to doing.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Anybody got anything? I got one last one. I don't know if I'm gonna hold you too long. But for the people that's just hearing about you,
Trey,
man.
can't hear you, Trey.
Y'all can't hear me?
I
Can
can.
you hear me, Kev? All right, long
I
Kev
can
hear me. All right. For the people that's just hearing your name tonight, last week, for like the very, very first time, outside of politics, the person, the man, the experiences, what are some things that maybe voters could gravitate to you that you identify as outside of politics?
I mean, honestly, I'm on the High Times top 100 list for the Black people who built the cannabis industry. And I feel like that's something that your audience could certainly gravitate towards. I was very instrumental in legalizing cannabis in the state of Maryland, not just for consumption purposes. And I mean, I'm a consumer myself, but really for the fact that our people were still going to jail hand over fist while white people were out here making billions of dollars. And that was something that did not sit right to me. So I set out on a quest to try to legalize. We were successful. And one other thing that I was able to do was serve on Governor Moore's transition team, where I wrote his cannabis policy, which resulted in pardons for over 175,000 Marylanders with nonviolent cannabis convictions. I'm very proud of that work. And it's something that I'm going to continue to try to fight for, to change the lives of folks who have been disproportionately impacted by any level of criminalization, because we have to do what we need to do for our communities to have an even playing field. And when, systematically, we've always been left behind. So again, I'm excited to get to work, excited to get to Annapolis, but it doesn't happen without you all. I absolutely have to get voted in first. So, telling your grandmother, your mom, your pops, everybody, cousin, sister, auntie, that we need to vote for K Ford, because this brother is not playing any games, and I'm ready to go up there and make a difference.
For sure, kid. Hey, Care. Speaking my language, brother. You speak my language. You did.
Yes, sir.
We're a smoke friendly pod. You did. Speaking my language, man. That actually was going to be my second question. You kind of already answered it. I was just going to ask you about the reform with cannabis in Maryland, and you know what I'm saying, from civilians to businesses, if you really felt like it was, if we was benefiting from it, and pretty much kind of answered. So you can elaborate.
Truth be told, so when we wrote this bill, because I was very instrumental in writing the bill for legalization, we included within that what's called the Cannabis Restoration and Reinvestment Fund, right? And each county is supposed to have their own board. We finally, after 4 years, 4 years, finally got our board up and running, which I'm excited to say my good friend Crystal Carpenter is the chair of that board. And so Prince George's County, we have about $13 million that is about to get pushed out into the communities through nonprofits through that board, right? And that is the largest pot of nonprofit funding that we have in our county. So, if anybody has a nonprofit out here, you're working with youth, you're working with underserved communities, please make sure that you're keeping an eye on our Cannabis Restoration and Reinvestment Board here in Prince George's County. Again, $13 million of funds that are about to be injected into our communities, and they need to be spent in the appropriate places. I will say that, one, we did build the most equitable cannabis market in the country, and those funds are about to be getting disseminated into our communities. But I know that there has been, especially in the Suitland area, which is District 7 Council, there has been a strong, really negative feeling about having dispensaries in that area. But what I'm going to say is that we need these dispensaries to be in Prince George's County. We need to make it easier for these people to do business, because the more dispensaries that we have here, although of course some people don't like that idea, the more dispensaries that we have here, the more funds that we're going to be able to get for these community reinvestment projects. So, you know, this is a real opportunity for us to be able to do that. Another thing that I want to talk about before we roll is that, you know, the whole District 7 area is also having trouble with grocery stores, right?
Yes.
And a lot of what's being tied with the grocery stores is them being willing to allow them to put beer and wine in there, right? And we all know that there's a million complaints about too many liquor stores, too many tobacco shops, and the truth be told, with the liquor stores, the only way that we're able to beat them is economically, right? And because truth be told, the only reason they're open is because our people are using them, right?
Okay.
And if we're able to allow our grocery stores to sell beer and wine, what we'll do is economically be able to bring the price down for the consumer, right? And then we will be able to really economically squeeze these liquor stores out of having or being able to operate on almost every corner, because they're not going to be getting the same level of sales that they once were to make the margins that they make. And I think that there is some use, I think, for us to be able to squeeze those things out while also allowing these grocery stores to sell the beer and wine. But I'll tell you what I really want to see. I don't necessarily want to see a Giant or a Safeway or, you know, a Weis or Lidl or any of these brand name grocery stores. I want to see Black-owned grocery stores come into our communities and serving our communities, because I'm tired of these other folks coming into our communities and profiting off of the backs of us. And we need to be circulating our dollars in our community. When I tell you these corporations don't really pour into the communities as much as they should, you know, but I can guarantee you that a community oriented Black-owned grocery store is going to do whatever they need to do to make sure that they're pouring back into the community. So I think that's extremely important, and I know we can do it. But again, I think that takes folks like myself going to Annapolis and being able to work out some type of deals in funding, really, and technical assistance for these businesses to open in our community. So, you know, I'm excited again to get to work, and I really do appreciate your questions. You know, I'm happy to answer any more that you have, and I know that you got your first topic coming up. Happy to stay around for that as well.
All right, y'all got any more questions? Cause he cooking. I ain't gonna lie, he cooking.
I got one more. Okay,
All right.
What you got, Trey?
Oh damn, I can say it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, I got her laughing in the background. I thought it was just gonna be just me, yeah. But nah.
You want me to hit the joint? That make you feel better. That make you more comfortable. Go ahead, Kelly.
All right, go ahead.
Cinco de Trey.
Good. All right, boom. All right, so say this, right? You win, right? Are you gonna plan a little party for yourself and bring out everybody? Like, you know, like I want you to win, cause like I like where you coming from, like your mindset and everything. Like it's good. Like your mindset, everything is there. It's like now when you win, you're gonna execute everything you talk about. Like, you know how the president is. They talk all this trash, but they don't never execute what they be talking about. I want you to execute everything you talk about right here. So can you do this
Absolutely.
a big day?
And
just
that's
have
one
a big cookout and bring out everybody you can. Bring everybody.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm glad.
You want the personal invite, kid?
No, I got you. Please, please pull up. You know what I'm saying? We are going to have an election night watch party, just like they have any type of, you know, election night victory party, and you all are all welcome. I'll make sure that I send out the information to you all. But also, too, one of my big partners is the DMV Daily, and we try to do a few different events. I know we're working on something big right now to try to bring everybody out and bring everybody together. So again, I'll keep you posted on both of those things.
For sure. Tay, he the good man. He's a good man, Tay. DMV Daily. For sure. We need to get, hey, Tay, you need to come on the pod.
I'll make sure I let him know.
Yeah, let him know. He'd be a good dude to come on the pod, man, give certain, But without further ado, man, we're going to start off with who's Sice, man. It was guns found in St. Charles High School in Waldorf. 2 15-year-olds were arrested on back-to-back days after bringing loaded firearms to school. One day, one had a 3D printer, right, at home. The other had modified handguns, ghost guns with switches and 30-round magazines. I want to know from y'all, when situations like this happen with teenagers, what is like the real problem in y'all perspective? Is it the access to the weapons? Is it the parenting? Or is it the environment that these kids are growing up in?
All three. It's all three. Because it has to get to a point where we're being accountable for what our children are out here doing, the decisions that they are making, and that honestly that we're watching them, because it, I think it's sad too, because I know a lot of times it's difficult to be watching everything that they do, everything that's happening, but we have to be more diligent and have more of a watchful eye when it comes to the signs behind the things that may be arising when it comes to the decisions that our children could potentially make, and just giving them the proper information. Because I'm just glad to hear that nobody got hurt, but the fact that they were even able to bring a loaded weapon to school is definitely, accountability needs to be on all three areas of what you just mentioned. So I just think it's sad and it's awful. And I just really hope that this problem with guns in our community can really, really stop. And I'm talking about on across the entire board. So that's my take.
And for me, I think that we're living at a time right now, and I'm gonna continue to go back to cost, where you have parents who are working 3 to 4 jobs just to pay their rent and pay their utility bills, and they don't have time to watch their kids. And our kids, unfortunately, they're running wild. They're doing whatever they do. I think that I'm in some level impressed that these kids are even able to do this with a 3D printer. Imagine if we were able to shift their mindset away from guns to be able to do some other things with 3D printers. Then you're putting them in a position where they're able to, one, make an income for themselves, but also that's STEM, that's science and technology. And I think that we need to be able to hone in on those skills with our youth, but in a more productive way. But I will say that parenting, there's been bills that have been put forth to really hold parents accountable for their child's crime. Again, I am a dad of 7 and 3, and both boys, and we know that our young Black men are criminalized more than anybody in this country. So I do believe that there needs to be a little leniency. However, we do need to be able to hold repeat offenders accountable for their actions, even when they're juveniles. But our parents do need to step up, and our teachers can't do it alone. Our teachers are really overworked and underpaid, and we got to make sure that we're taking care of them as well. But again, I think it's more so being able to take these skills that they develop and transition them into a positive.
Wink.
I think it's a mix of all three as well, especially the access. Like, how to be like 15 and 16, of course, okay, you know about guns, but to be able to actually like get to that shit, and then the modification, the modified jumps and all of that, it's just like, I swear, I feel like we talk about this a lot. Certain things we just talk about a lot. It got to get under control. Like, Cherie said, thank God nobody got hurt. But if I'm not mistaken, I think it was kind of like a similar like situation that happened at another school where a gun was shot off or something like that, and the dude didn't even go there. So it's just like it's a lot of stuff going on with kids and guns. And even if you got guns, like bringing them to school, like you should know better by now. I mean, it should be known better anyway. But it's like, come on. But I guess since it was Waldorf, they might have thought it was sweet to just like come to school like that. So that's my take on it. They gotta do better, get their access together with the parenting too.
Yeah, I agree with as far as like all three, but it's all perspective too, because You got kids that live in the suburbs that they be on their own time too. And the same way you got kids that's in the hood that don't do nothing. I think for me, I always say foundation first because that's where it start in the house with your parents. The people you closest to coming up. Of course, you can have your influences and stuff like that, but for the most part, if your foundation is like you, it's set to a certain standard, and that's not to say nobody will be perfect, but and it's always a little bit of all of that. But I always say the foundation first before I say the environment and anything else. But that's my take.
Yeah, I probably ain't gonna like me for this one. But nah, I'm gonna say it like this. I think like people that that live up water for whatever, like they feel as though like they gotta go hard because like it's water. Like we don't take it serious. Like people down here don't take water serious because like when you think of water, we be like suburbs. But at the same time, like it be like beef going on. But at the end of the day, it's like the parents up there is sweet. They butter cake. Like they child gonna do whatever. So it's just gonna take for them to just get that responsibility. Like do that time. You want to do the crime, do the time. At the end of the day, but like yeah, I just say leave them guns alone and just go about your life. Cause at the end of the day, you carry. They say you live by the gun, you gonna die by the gun. That's my take.
What you got, Taya?
Well, I'm a parent myself, so I feel like I don't really feel like it'd be really on the parents because you could do everything right and your kid just still choose to, follow you know, his little peers or whatever. So I can't necessarily say it be the parents' fault. I know people with two household parents who taught them well and they in jail for 30, 40 years. It's just be the environment, honestly. People be focused on what others doing. And like social media play a big part of it too. Like I ain't really no social media person, so I feel like social media really play a big part of all this shit and stuff. Sorry. So yeah.
You can cuss. It's okay.
So you can speak your mind. So I did hear some parents are accountable. Then I also heard the parents are not accountable. So the people that think the parents are accountable, are they accountable enough to get charged for the gun making, for the kid having a 3D printer making guns and having automatic weapons with, you know what I'm saying, switches? Should the parent
Nah,
get charged for that?
nah.
Not off break. I think that, I mean, for me again, I think it's about repeat offenses. I think that, you know, at one point, if you are aware that your child is doing this, then I think that at some point, if you're not stopping them from doing it, if you're not removing that 3D printer from the home, if you're not doing whatever you need to do to parent your child, at some point in time, and I know that there have been similar cases for school shootings, especially up in the Midwest, where parents have been held accountable for their child going in and conducting a school shooting. Um, I think also there has to be some level of just realism for the seriousness of the situation, right? And what actually happened, what are the facts? And because the thing, as a parent and even as a son, right, I've put my parents through a whole bunch of shit when I was growing up. And, you know, I wouldn't want them to go to jail because they literally, as Taya just said, they did everything right, and it was my decision to go out here and make these bad choices, right? But from the position as a son, I learned from all of my mistakes, right? I don't think I've ever made the same mistake twice, except being arrested for weed multiple times, right? But outside of that, there has to be some level of accountability for the child. But if you're not parenting your kid to get over that hump and they do something even more drastic than they did the first time, that is a similar situation, I think that there needs to be some level of accountability for the parent? Is that getting charged, or is that, putting your whole family through some type of a program to try to help get you the resources you need? I think that there are different ways to look at it. It doesn't necessarily have to be criminal for the parent, but I do think that there needs to be, at some point you need to go through that situation or that punishment together as a family.
I mean, I do think that there does need to be, like, that's why I say it just needs to be accountability all the way around, because when you bring guns to school, whatever it is, a weapon or anything, you are putting a lot of people's life in danger. So it's like, to me, I agree with what Ted said about, it is parents that do everything right. And sometimes you just cannot always control what your children are going to do, the decisions they're going to make. And sometimes they may have to learn from that shit. Honestly, like, I mean, I do think a lot of kids get off pretty easy when it comes down to a lot of the things that they do, especially if they doing it multiple times. They do get off easy. The law gives children second chances, third chances all the time because they under 18 most of the time. So it's like a lot of the laws don't really, it's not really to a point where like, they could go to juvenile and get out by the time they're 18 or 20, whatever it is, depending on the level of the offense or the crime. So I do think that a lot of these kids need therapy. Like a lot of people is living vicariously through social media, like thinking that they are these people that I don't know, thinking that they somebody they not. And I just think that, it's I think it's sad to me, and I don't like to see our kids continue in that same repetitive cycle of violence and of just always, it's just always something. So it's just like, how are we gonna mend that and put it back into perspective? Because like I have children myself, I don't want to ever have to come to any type of situation where my children are involved in something that I would have to really get them out of. Like, it's too much. So, I just think that we do need to figure out how can we stop it and how can we give them a more positive outlook on life, like besides this violence that they like to connect themselves to.
Facts. It seems like the gang life is all they want to indulge into.
But one thing I will say is thinking about, us growing up, right? A lot of the music that they're listening to now is murder music versus what we were listening to was a lot of bump and grind, right? And, I just think that transition of the music has really played a major part in the evolution of our children. And it's unfortunate, but it's like, how do we move away from it now? And even we were talking about this last week. It's like they don't even listen to go-go. They listen to straight rap. It's no real culture or anything involved. It's like, nah, like straight, again, murder music, violence all day, every day. And music will brainwash you. Like, I don't care what anybody says, what you're listening to, what you're putting into your brain and your ethos, that will guide the way that you're thinking about certain things. And I think that's a part of the problem.
Movies as well, baddie culture. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Snowfall, Power. It's in a way that we are, or they are represented in a way where we are supposed to be rooting for these people in the show. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We're rooting for them to do bad things and get through life. And you know what I'm saying? I don't really know too many good shows where we're rooting for the good guys. We're the black good guys that ain't a superhero. And the superhero ain't like what's it, Luke Cage or some shit, man? Like, where's that positive role model in it? Because even like the For Life joint, I thought that was lit, but it's still jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fight. Like, they have to make sure they show he's a real man through those type of avenues and hurdles versus where's the Bill Cosby today? And they took Bill down. So what Bill Cosby do we have today? Is it the Browns?
You pose this question anytime.
I mean, if you really think about it in pop culture, there aren't very, let me say, not say no, but there aren't very many positive representations of the Black family.
Mm-mm.
I'm looking for it.
Because anything that's represented with us is always this stigma behind baby mama culture and this, that, and the third, and single motherhood. And that's who's messing up the community, and that's who's raising the kids, and the fathers are gone and stuff like that. I do think all of that plays a major role. I don't give a damn if you live in the best neighborhood or the worst neighborhood. I do think
Yeah.
it's, I know a point was made about having two-parent homes and things still going wrong, but I do think in a two-parent home, the chances of it is less likely. And having that, even if it's not in the home together, that it's that active figure there so that they can have that guidance and influence. Because sometimes the parents not gonna always be together. We all know this, but if there's some type of within your familial unit that you can really lean on and support, they can support you. I mean, I think that really does help. Like, I don't know, like, because I mean, I graduated in 2008. Ooh. And I don't remember, like, I remember listening to certain types of music, but I don't remember allowing that to influence me. Like, my father just was a hard ass period. He wasn't having none of that. Like, he just wasn't. And I think that there's also a different style of parenting today. Like, it's just like it's not the way I remember being parented. Like, it's just not. And I do think that parents got to not be their children's friend. It's like you got to discipline them and you have to, guide them. And like your job is to make sure that they get through life, and make sure that they have the tools to get through it. And I think a lot of times, there's a disconnect between parent and child relationships, because I know it's a lot of single moms that raise children and do a hell of a job with these children. You know what I mean? And I think that, we've just lost our way with a lot of stuff, like, honestly. And I think it's crazy because I don't know. I might, it's the metal detectors at school, like, and you still bought a gun. I don't understand. I don't know.
They're gonna find a way to get around it. It's a ghost gun. It's plastic. You figured it out.
That's
He 3D
okay.
printed that John, man. He
Okay, I
figured it
see.
out. He probably got the bullets in one way, got the gun in another way.
My God, that's really scary because we have to think about the future that's going to be coming up, and like
It's more
that's
just guiding them because, like you say,
that's
I'm
not
a
a good
little impressed
sign.
too. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's like for you to have that due diligence, that time, that thought process to scheme out all of these different things. Like, you are a little genius.
Yeah,
Your influence is just in the wrong place, but you are like a little baby genius. Like, you could do that you could be Elon, bro. Like,
yeah. Go get you an engineer and be an engineer. Get into
you're
tech.
already an engineer.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It ain't got to be the negative. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's getting them until they go to jail. I don't know. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Like, and that's the stigma that continues on, especially with our Black young men. Jail, death, same thing. And we don't want that cycle to continue to evolve itself, man. We want to see, we want better. I know I want better for these kids, that's for sure. Like, my kids got to grow up in this world. Yeah.
They don't want to be electricians and plumbers and mechanics and none of that no more. They don't see the money in it when it's
They don't want to do
millions
that
and
work.
billions of
That
dollars in
is the work ethic that is lacking.
contracting.
But I think that's a part of it, though. I think in some way, shape, or form, we have to make doing work cool again, because
Yeah.
there was a certain cool in having a job back in the day, and having that pride in being able to have a career where you can, be able to move up some levels and increase, that level of your career path for the sake of your family. And there's not a lot of pride in that anymore, just like it's not a lot of pride in community. And, I think once we start to really embrace the pride of community again, we'll have our young people taking pride in, in laboring again. I think that's a lot of the issue. And, we talk a lot of the time about McDonald's. My wife and her family, they have 7 McDonald's here in Prince George's County. and we can barely hire Black employees at all because nobody wants to do the job, and I think again we just have to make sure that we are making it cool again to actually work. And our people are in debt to an entirely different level, and if you're not gonna work to get out of debt, how do you? So that's a lot of what we need to be preaching to these young folks as well. It's just that there's a benefit to having a job and going to work and then being able to still hustle at home and do what you need to do to provide for your family. So there's both sides to that.
Yeah, use that funds, you know what I'm saying, to get you your new shoes, man, to get your hair done, to relieve the pain from your family. Use that as a new ecosystem to meet people, customers, learn responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Be fearful and scared, but it's a lot to learn in a application process or orientation process. You know what I'm saying? A first day at work, a first week, first month. You know what I'm saying? It's a growing process. Like get that out your system while you're young. Because one thing
also making sure though, my fault to cut you off, but also making sure that you don't go and spend your first paycheck buying a table at the club.
Right. But if they teenagers, that's what I'm talking. When I preach to the teenagers,
they might waste it.
I preach to the teenagers all the time. I was working as soon as I could at Target, at Fullsville Mall, while I was going to school. I would come home from school, get on the K-12 at Siblin Station, and go straight to work, bro. And I try to tell them the amount of people I met, the way I was able to grow up and be on a bus and just live my life outside of my family, because everybody got family woes, but you find ways to subtract yourself from that. Everybody got neighborhood and environment road, you know what I'm saying, woes, but you got to find a way to subtract yourself. The work did that for me. I met so many girls, you know what I'm saying? I met so many different people, just meeting the adults, even the adults, you have conversations. All of the customers, you have conversations, you grow up. You know what I'm saying? You grow up, then you have a job, because I was a cart attendant. So then you have a job. That's like the low of the low. And I
just said though is so important. You talk about communicating and being able to have conversations with other people. That's the issue with our young people today, is they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to look you in your eye or say what they need to say. They're stuck,
Like, bro, where you get them jeans from?
They stuck on this.
They gotta look the other way.
They is doing that too.
They stuck scrolling all day.
People can type all day, but can't have a real conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that's the importance of working too, because you can make so many connections, and getting to know people is important. Because I mean, it's sometimes it ain't what you know. It's always, sometimes it's who you know. Sometimes it's like that. And you have to be able to conduct yourself in that way. Like, it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to do all that. Nobody's telling you to change like who you are. But I think that when you instill morals and values into yourself as a teenager or whatever, and they learn what that means, I think that they could carry it out a little bit better, and I think I think a lot of that is missing, like social media is not the real world at all. Like, it's just not. Like, it's an imaginary place. It's a fake place. It's not a real place. And I think that they lack that, because it was also something that came out about Gen Z that said that it was a report actually that said that most of them brought their parents to a job interview. And I say, your mother?
You sound like sitting there in the interview?
Wait.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, whoa. I said, wait, they really brought their mother to the... Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
No, I had to be in there. I had to be in there, palm sweaty by myself. Like,
yeah, bring them all up in there.
And I called the Metro to my interview. Drop me off for nothing. Like, what?
Yes, it was unbelievable when I heard that. I was like, what?
That's crazy.
Like, what's going on? What's really going on? So I don't know. I think that it does go back to community. I don't want to keep on, rambling on, but for real, it really does go back to community And the key word in that is unity, and we lack it, and we need to get
Closing
it
the
back.
door for people, having real small talk in laundromats, convenience stores, gas stations, like just
Yeah.
real community. Because if we all come into the same gas station, most likely we all live around here. Most likely somebody kids go to school. We should know each other.
Yes. And it used to be
And
that way.
Yes,
and,
like
and that's a lot of what I've been talking about, is that, you know, we were, especially as a Black community, we were at a place where you could go next door and ask for sugar. Now today, you barely even know your next door neighbor. You don't even wave to the person that's 5 houses down. You know, we're in a bad place as a community. And again, as I was saying earlier with the kids, but this is even adults as well, and even our seniors. And we've talked about this. Our seniors are scared to talk to the kids because they just don't know what they're going to get. But being willing to reach back and say, hey, look, hey, what's up, youngin? Like, you know, it's all good. I was once you one day, you know. You know, and I think just being willing to open up in that fashion is going to be extremely important for us as a community. But we got to get back to that.
Yes, we definitely do. So we can make each other feel comfortable around each other. We know who car getting towed. We know who kid out here at the playground by themselves. You know what I'm saying? We know what kid can't get in the building. You know, or based off something. Like it really be that simple to keep the community together. To where you know, so much domestic things happen. If we had more community, either party could just walk to a next building or walk upstairs, downstairs. You know what I'm saying? And have a community situation where they could get some breath, get some counseling, because all of our environments in our neighborhoods are filled with different families of different experiences that we can help each other in all different kind of ways. We just choose to live by each other and not know each other. I don't know why it's so dangerous.
Just a lack of trust between community these days. But, you know, I think that that's something that we intentionally need to try to change within ourselves. And especially in Prince George's County, we see so much negativity on the news, right? But we as Prince Georgians need to start speaking life into each other and speaking life into our county. Because with these outside businesses, you know, I was talking about attracting businesses earlier on in the conversation. A lot of that is based on the perception that we put out to the world about ourselves. Yeah, we're the second most affluent Black county in the country because all of our people moved out to Charles County. But, you know, we have to speak positivity in life over ourselves so that we can start to bring a positive light to our community, so that we can start to attract the types of investment that we're looking for. But y'all, I do need to rock out. It was such an honor to be here with y'all, and looking forward to come back again, and certainly looking forward to meeting you all in person.
For sure, brother. It was a pleasure, man.
Great meeting.
Yes, indeed. I
Nice
appreciate
Great
y'all.
meeting you, bro.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
luck.
Go win that election for us, man.
Yes, indeed. June 23rd. I'm gonna make sure y'all have the information for the victory party.
Yeah, we did. We're gonna rock out. Hey, let us know about your campaign situations too, man. We can bring the gang out there, man.
Yes, indeed. Well, hey, you know, everybody that's listening on here, please, you know, take a second to check me out on Instagram at K4 Junior. Take a second to look at my website, votekevinford.com. We're working hard out here, and it's not just for ourselves. This is for the community. I got into this for us, not just my family, but every family, to make sure that we all have an opportunity, not just to stay here in Prince George's County, but to thrive. Again, Kevin Ford Jr., I'm running for Maryland State Senate in District 24.
Hey, I got one public interview question. What would you tell your younger self?
Keep going. You know, don't allow the you know, any negativity or anything to deter you from what's going on. We all go through things, and we're all forced to learn from them. Don't be a victim of you know, your surroundings. Just be able to turn whatever you want whatever you're going through into a positive. For example, the cannabis in my situation, I was arrested multiple times for cannabis. Even, I was indicted on some of the most serious charges for cannabis outside of Kingpin. And, the police came and busted down my parents' door and whooped my ass. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so, this is not a game. Life is real and life is fickle. And I would also want to say in my closing remarks to make sure that, keep your hands to yourself. Don't put your hands on people. And, because, you can find yourself in a bad situation and life can turn at the blink of an eye. Even if you're defending yourself, life can turn at the blink of an eye. So it's important that we all treat each other with love and respect, and just making sure that we, again, start to bring some love back to the community, because that's exactly what we need. We're in a place where we have to start trusting one another again, or building that trust again, so that we can move our community forward. And I'm happy to be a beacon of light for that as we move forward into the future of Prince George's County.
My brother. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother.
No doubt. I appreciate y'all. Indeed. We'll talk soon. All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
All right, y'all. The real Boston Richey, man, is facing serious allegations, including abuse, grooming, and kidnapping claims from his ex-girlfriend. She released documents, videos, and messages while he's denied all of the allegations and accusations. Now, this is what I want to know, which is also a recurring question. How do we, as listeners, handle situations like this? And can we support music of artists that have these type of allegations, or it don't change nothing?
Man, I don't even want to speak this chick. That chick crazy. Whoa. I just seen everything going on. He should just left it alone. I ain't even responding because it make him look even more wilder. Man, that's my take.
Wink.
Well, to be honest, I've never listened to Boston Richey a day in my life. But yeah, that, and ain't even like see. I mean, like I heard about what he did, but I ain't like see if it was like no. Is it pictures related to it? You know what I'm saying? Long story short, yeah, I don't even listen to him. But when it come to artists doing this type of thing and having these allegations in the music, I don't know if he crank. Let me know, and I might, I'm the type, if they crank, I still listen, like R. Kelly and shit. Sad to say, but that's my take. I ain't really too hip to him. I don't listen to him.
I just think that when charges like this, not charges, I'm sorry, allegations come up like this, I always feel like, where there's smoke, there's fire. And like, until you can be completely exonerated from those accusations, I mean, I think that, for me, it would be a no. I don't really listen to him. I don't really know who he is for real or anything like that. But I do think that when a person, when they stuff like that come up, I just think that they got the right, it should be something where they could be exonerate themselves and speak out on behalf of themselves. And, if it's not, especially if it's not true. So, I don't know. I guess, until he can prove it, I really don't have much of, until he can prove that's not true. I mean, it's not really much I can really say on it for real. So, that's kind of my take on it.
I feel like rich people do what they want. So, just like the whole Diddy situation, like they do what they want. They still humans. They just got money. So I don't fault nobody. If that's what you like, that's what you like. I ain't no heterosexual person. So I just don't like when people like try to hide it. Like I don't like DL. Like if you gay, be gay. Like Lil Nas and shit like that. Like I don't like when people try to hide it. Like just come out. Maybe people will love you more.
Yeah, I don't really got no take on this.
Well, I'm gonna always take seriously like any allegations that somebody was messing with a younger child or a young girl. You know what I'm saying? But that's mm, that's wild. I mean, most of the time, a lot of these girlfriends and stuff do sit around and they watch stuff happen. And I think like the moment a fallout comes, then you want to come to the internet and tell everybody what happened. But if you was aware of this information, you should have really reported that stuff to the cops instead of trying to come up here and say something to everybody else. So it kind of does look like you can look at that from both ways, I think.
What do you think that is? Why do you think people go through abuse and then when maybe said person or situation dissolve, they feel the need to expose?
Feelings be hurt. Feelings be
Now,
hurt.
does that make it less valid, y'all?
What you mean? You say, but does it make it less valid? It's still valid to
Because
do.
are they complicit in it? You get what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think if you don't go to the proper, like if you just out here just nah, I don't think so. I mean, it's still valid because I mean, whatever. If you say if you witness this or whatever, then you got the right to speak on your experience. But I think when it comes down to like allegations of messing with a 15-year-old or whatever, I think that kind of stuff you shouldn't be complicit in at any capacity. Like you
the
dealing with him,
security guards, people that would
yeah,
say in the studio, all of them
all
people,
that
like,
shit.
yeah, that's the wildest shit. And
Yeah, yeah, like you was getting, fucked with a strap on and all that. That's your personal business. But as far as
I'm saying, are we in the area we see stuff like that? We tell what we mind our business, y'all.
I feel like you should
This
tell. I
domestic.
think I would tell
We
because
telling. No
yeah,
women, no children.
yeah.
Telling.
Hell yeah. No
That's
women, no children.
So if
You
you
shouldn't
see a
be
nigga be all right, so what is the ratio or what is the consensus on if we see a domestic violence situation happening in front of our face? Do we tell? Do we interact? Or do we mind our business?
To me, bro, if I judge it off the situation, if I feel like it's unavailable, like if the nigga haven't reached 10 and it's a point where I could get him to calm down, like, hey, bro, chill, bro. Only thing about to happen is 12 about to end up being called. Whether I call, whether the neighbors call, I'm gonna try to bring him down if he not past that point of bringing him down. If he past that point of bringing him down, then you gotta call the law, bro. No women, no kids. That's how I feel.
Me personally, I'ma just mind my business. I'ma pray for y'all though, but I'ma mind my business.
So if you was getting fucked up, you would want a nigga to mind his business.
No, because you don't never know. Like me personally, I done seen this female spit. And like it'd be females be wrong, bruh. Like I'm a female myself, so females be wrong. Like I mean, gender ain't got no. You know what I'm saying?
It
Just
it
because you're a
definitely has
female,
some.
you can't get beat up. Nah,
Nah,
nah.
but it definitely men definitely just in our genetic makeup. It's just certain things that we could do with our bodies that women just cannot do. And like I said, I mean, calling the police is not the first thing that I'm going for. I'm gonna try to get the nigga to calm down. Like, hey, bruh, we so and so. I'm just a innocent bystander, a neighbor, a friend, whatever, whatever. I'm telling you, fool, calm down, bro, because it's only gonna end up in one thing. Like niggas is real life beating bitches to death. And like the strangulation, there's a lot that's been I don't know if you hip to what's going on like right now in the world, but like niggas real life having a way with women. And they're going and sometimes, bro, men do be enrageous. And if they don't get snapped out of that rages, they will really do something that they don't even mean to. In a rage. And sometimes you could have saved somebody's life by just not turning that blind eye. And like, don't get it fucked up. Like, I'm not sitting on here telling nobody, like, I'm not an advocate of the law. Like, I'm not with police activity at all, except for in this situation when it's regarding women and children. If it's two niggas, let them kill themselves. If it's a dude that's in a dude that's in a gay relationship, or even if it's two women that's in a gay relationship, let them handle their thing. But if it's man or woman,
We gotta throw the white flag in, ladies and gentlemen.
That's interesting. Okay. What we got, Marlon and Trey?
Bro said, let him kill himself.
I'm listening.
So
You got me weird with that one. But no,
so
a man
if they
and a woman, you gotta let that shit be, bro. Like, just go outside, smoke a J, drink something a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or even do what you gotta do, just leave it. You know, go sleep at somebody else's crib for the night.
Nah, for
You
sure.
got it's better. It's better to
so
take
y'all
one.
see if y'all
Like
see
me,
y'all
bro. My
man
girl done
open
done dog
no,
shit to me before, bro.
if
Like,
y'all
I'm
see
not
y'all
going
man
back and
open
forth.
hand smack the shit out his girl, what y'all gonna do?
I'm gonna laugh, but I'm gonna go see about, bro. I'm gonna tell him like, hey, bro, go ahead. So
Come here,
they
bro.
do
Come on,
that.
bro. Come outside, bro.
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell him like,
Come
go ahead, come
outside.
on.
Yeah, you come on, come outside. Yeah, let's talk
But
about it, bro.
damn,
Come on, let's
Trey,
step
you
off,
supposed to be.
bro. Come on, let's roll.
Come on.
Let's go burn one, bro.
Like, I might go to his body. Like, come on, bro, you can't be doing that because if you call the police, nigga, you can go to jail, bro. Like, hey, man, you gotta figure it out, EG. But I'm
Now
gonna go to
going
his
now
body for
now
sure.
now
But
going to his
I'm
body
like,
might get you cracked.
nah, hell, nah, ain't no.
Cause
Hey,
now he
look,
at
look,
this
look.
point like,
First off,
bro, you
first
going
off,
this
first
hard
off,
on
Bro,
first
me?
off. Me and my
y'all got
bros.
women, right?
First off, if I
So
hit you, I'm hitting you for a reason. So don't hit me back because at the end of the day, bro, you were live in the wrong. If bro know he was in the wrong, like niggas be knowing, like niggas be in the wrong sometimes. So
Yeah,
your
I ain't
man's
going.
check you. If your man's checking you, your man's checking you because bro, you in the wrong. If
Nah,
a
for sure.
nigga,
I feel
if
that.
your man's ain't check you, that mean that ain't your man.
I
Cause
feel that.
he gonna congratulate you every time. But if a
But
nigga your
I'm
man,
not
then
gonna
they
go that
gonna
I'm
let you
not
know.
gonna go that far as busting off on my man for hitting his girl. I'll call the police
Nah,
for
cause
that, bro. I ain't gonna hold
it's
you.
like you gotta think about it. What if that was your sister?
Damn,
Yeah,
damn.
you gotta
but
think
That
it's
was
about it
a
not.
like
good
that.
one.
But
No,
it's
no,
not.
but I'm saying, but it's not. But you gotta think about it like that though. Like that's somebody else's sister. You know what I'm saying?
True,
So
true.
therefore, it's like therefore the brother, if he get involved, I'm like, hey, bro, I already didn't. You feel me? So you good because if he go there, then boom. I rather
That's a
for
whole
you to
nother
go there than
situation.
you know what I'm saying. So I rather
Nah, I feel
before
that.
be that than that. Cause that way they ain't come to me and looking, hey, bro, why you ain't do nothing to your blah blah blah.
I might
Already
grab the
handled it.
nigga. I might grab the nigga by his shirt. Man, fuck is you doing? Come on, bro. You lunching like
Or
shit.
before he even think he about slapping, I'm already there. Nah, bro, go ahead, bro. Push him or something. You throw his
Yeah,
hand off a little or something.
you just threw
And
me
that
off when
way,
you said you was gonna steal him yourself.
yeah, like
So so I'm just saying,
like it depends. It
put
depends on
yourself
like
in an
it depends on the
argument with y'all
situation.
girl, and y'all brother push the shit out y'all.
Yeah, it's up.
Shit,
Shit up,
my
bruh.
energy towards my brother now. Fuck all that.
Yeah, it's like, nigga, what? Fuck is you fucking this bitch?
But when that,
You alright? That would be my. That's how my mind gonna
But
work.
now,
but that would be
then after
better than
that,
him striking
the
her though,
bros will
right?
have a conversation after that. The bros will have a conversation under that.
That'd be
But other
better
than
than
that,
him striking her. That's getting the heat off her and putting the heat on yourself.
yeah.
You just put too much heat on yourself. Now I'm trying to really put that heat on you. It's like, why the fuck is you intervening in me and my relationship
Why the
this
fuck
much?
you answer this?
Now the heat is
Oh,
really
but
on
hey,
you.
look, hey, wink. But like 2 seconds ago, what if it's your sister? Now,
You see how quickly?
See how that shit switch up fast?
Nah, for real though.
I'm telling you. So what if it's his sister? He looking at it like it's his sister.
He said,
He
oh,
gotta see.
oh.
He gotta see about it, right?
Hey, Trey,
Yeah,
go
nah,
ahead.
no secrets. Now we got rumble each other, bro.
I'm on that too. If I'm arguing with my girl, mind your fucking business. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like you could tell me to
If you
chill, but
if
don't
you feel
insert
like
yourself too much.
if you feel like you wanna not mind your business, then it's gonna become your business.
you, you stand in front of
Right.
this
That's
shit,
why I
then
just
nigga.
rather
What
mind my
you think
business because you don't know what they got going on. They might turn around and
telling you?
take that shit out on you.
They gonna jump you
Like,
together.
nah, I'm cool.
Nah, no.
He be like,
Yeah. Man,
she
what
could
the
be pulling
fuck?
your hair, shit. He could be tackling you to the ground. She
Right.
got bracelets
They
and
gonna call
everything
the
on.
police. They gonna call
Because
the police. Sheriff.
what if it's a situation where he hit her and she might need it to be popped?
What
God
situation?
damn.
Ain't no
Situation?
what.
God
I'm
damn.
fucking dead.
What situation is that? Come to the front.
Then he said
We're
it
waiting
needed to
for
be
one.
popped. He tried to make it sound gentle. Was that Marlon?
Yeah, that was
Okay, so you're making it sound gentle.
No,
Go ahead. It
he
needed
told,
to be
nah,
popped.
you gotta keep listening, bro. He told him I'm listening.
Mom.
Come off the blue with that. No, go ahead.
He
Come to
said,
the
where
front.
she need to be put. We ain't doing no DV over here. Hey, hey, we need a
Marlon,
drink. Hey,
Marlon
everybody
around this
take a shot.
motherfucker popping bitches.
Hey, motherfucker, they going for it. He popping the
He go
motherfucker.
for it. Sometimes a bitch need to slap him.
Shut up, bitch.
Nah, it's a serious question because you might be jumping into something not knowing that it's justifiable.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
And
Wait a
that's
minute,
exactly
Marvin.
what I
Wait a minute.
said. Like, what if she did something to get like, you don't know, females they be conniving. Like, what if she did something to get popped? So I'ma just mind my business.
Right,
Shit, you get popped and ask questions later.
But
right.
can we come to the congregation and then decide on what is available for her being deserving of getting popped?
Marvin got to answer that. That was his question.
Oh, and Taya, she agreed with
I
it.
ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna
Jumped
lie,
her
bro.
ass in that pool too.
I'm gonna say
Or
this
take
though,
it, my
bro.
bad.
I ain't gonna lie. My only rule when it comes to that is like if she's trying to physically, like really physically harm you, like she got a weapon or something. Like if she's just swinging on you, you can grab her and all that. But like if she's trying to like really do something to you, then yeah, you gotta let her know like you still a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Stab.
That's when she
Stab.
can get popped, right? But I'm not saying like cause she say something and you get in your feelings, or she might even fuck around with a nigga. I don't know. It might throw you off, but you know, I'm not saying if you hit her, it ain't understandable, but it don't. That ain't enough to like just she become a punching bag because she did some shit she don't like.
Hey, what about getting stabbed, bro?
So
Getting
stab. How about
stabbed. That's what I
stab?
said. Like if she
She
got
trying
a weapon or
to
something.
My
Yeah,
baby mother stabbed me in my eye, bro.
you
yeah,
clearly
you
didn't
love
smack
y'all.
her.
That's
She got a pull
He
your
definitely
ass.
smacked her.
Oh
Nah,
shit.
I prayed, bro. Actually,
For
I,
her
I,
or
wa-
your eye?
hey, Mo, shut
I was gonna say
up.
before or
Both.
after.
Hey, Mo, you are crazy, bro. Nah,
All
yeah.
right, so then he brought in maybe she had sex with somebody else. So what is a smackable offense? The dad, brother, cousin, right hand man,
Shit, bro.
yeah.
Cuz just push his. He just real, bro. You gotta see that. I'm gonna send you the video. Cuz just push his bitch down in the middle of Rose Bar, bro. I told you that shit, but I didn't show you. I gotta show you the video.
Yeah.
He real life slid her, bro, like a high school push, bro. Cause she was like, "Watch, I'm gonna fuck one of your friends," and Cuz reaction was just the. Yeah, that
See what
shit
I'm
was funny
saying?
as shit.
Situation like that,
He
I
pushed the
get it.
shit out of her, bro,
Because it's like, why you doing that in front of all these people? Why you
in
doing
the
that?
middle of Rose Bar, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like you making the same, so I'm gonna give you what you're asking for. So I get that. I'm not saying he right, but I get it. Like you doing too much.
I feel like it's nothing that a woman could say to make you put your hands on her, bro. Like it's not even that deep.
No, that I agree. But in a situation
Like
like that,
you not
like
even
I
keeping a
get
pee at this point, bro. You too emotionally attached, bro. Like
yeah. But in real
you
time,
just
in front of a whole bunch of people, that shit, I get it. If a nigga crash out, I get it. I ain't saying he right, but I get it.
eh. See, that's gonna make me keep it more pee though, bro. Like we out here in front of all these people,
It
bro. You
took a
think I'm about to
turn now,
ruin my
didn't it?
reputation? Cause now, like, look, that's one of the coolest clubs in the city, bro. We've been going to that joint for years. Now this nigga is indefinitely bad. He got bitches running around the city talking about he's a woman beater.
Right,
Cause it was just like he did it on such a major platform.
right.
So
Facts, facts.
I feel like with the man, at any point though, a man could have been like, hey, once he seen him getting up to even attempt to do it, he been like, bro, chill, bro. What is you
So
doing?
this my thing with a situation like that too, as far as it being in the club, right? And it's a question. So in a situation where, because if I say it goes back to you don't know what happened, you just see like the end result, or the altercation at hand. You don't know what happened before that point. But in a situation like that, like, do y'all feel like security should be like, all right, she doing too much, security should put her out? Like, what should be like, what should take place so something like that don't happen? Because a lot of times they'll watch it play out till somebody get hit.
Yeah, that is a fact. I ain't gonna lie. That
In
do be
this
happening.
encounter, it was one of them Jones. Like we've been coming here, like I said, it's a little back history on it. So like all of the security know niggas. So it was one of them Jones where after he did it, security did run to try to grab the nigga to throw him out, but it was one of them Jones. He stood up, like he pushed her down, and he got back up and was like, "Don't fucking touch me." And then that was like, "Come on, bro, you gotta just roll, bro. You gotta roll, bro." And then that's when I intervened, like, "Come on, bro, the fuck."
Yeah, yeah, she was
Okay.
quick.
So your
But where
experience is,
she come from? Was she invited or she just popped up?
you know how this shit go, Marlon.
That shit crazy though.
Nah,
Cause
she,
like,
nah,
I
look,
don't
that was
want
a
to
great question.
sound
Nah,
like
that
the
was a
nigga
great
that's
question,
like, yeah,
Marlo.
huh?
She works
It
there though,
was.
bro. She was at work
Oh, damn, that make it even worse.
on
Damn.
his behalf, right?
Yeah, but even
Yeah.
still, if she worked there, that should make it more easier for the club to be like, nah, chill out.
Yes, by his ass.
Yeah, he is done, bro. And it don't matter how much a nigga say they spending, cuz is not getting in that motherfucker. He could be in there, he could come in that joint with fucking Offset.
Damn, she done fucked your whole vibe up now.
They are not letting that nigga in there, bro.
And
Yeah.
sometimes, as a man, you gotta see that coming, man.
So what
Yeah,
was y'all
I
doing
just
though,
feel like,
Marcus?
huh?
What was y'all doing?
I mean, it was just a normal, it was another night in the spot.
Yeah. Cause
It
I'm
wasn't
thinking
like,
like in real time, like we speaking in hindsight, but I know in real time it's like because y'all not expecting him to respond like that. It's like we just she going off. We just gonna watch it play out. So when that happened, I know ain't nobody beforehand like, all right, this about to go here or at least that far.
um,
If you get what I'm saying.
I feel like you never know, bro. But as far as men, bro, you just gotta always have that third eye open, especially black men, bro. Because me, like, it don't matter what my girl, like that exact same situation I'm telling you about, I wouldn't have responded like that in that situation, bro. I'm too scared of police. I just don't want all that attention on me, bro. Like,
Right,
you could literally say whatever you, honestly,
right.
bro.
I feel you.
In that situation, bro, my girl could have walked up to me and slapped the shit out of me, bro. And it's like, nigga, cause where we at, you got this.
It
And
make
when we go
look,
home
and
behind
you would
closed
think
doors,
you would
it
look
might be a little
inferior the whole
different.
time. You gonna may look sweet. Boom.
Niggas gonna be
Smile.
wrong at the end regardless,
Get
bro.
it,
That's the
get a
whole deal.
drink. That shit ain't about
Yeah.
nothing.
We wrong
Cause as,
regardless what we do,
cause as
bro.
a man, you supposed to be able to let all that shit go, bro.
Yeah. So it's
And I feel
like
like a female never really supposed to even get you that upset where you
real live, bro.
like fuck
Like,
everything, like fuck my freedom, fuck my reputation,
right.
just fuck it all.
They get mad and everything just
Like they
so
get emotionally mad, bro.
yeah,
Like where they don't even care, bro. Like about nothing.
real live,
Like
bro.
like just I mean, fam, just like that situation with me in the car. Like she real life got so mad, bro. She didn't even give a fuck about nothing. Her, the car, the kids, none of that shit. So with men, we are expected to be more like advanced and be able to deal with emotions better and not make um
Irrational decisions.
emotional based moves. We more I bet. So this happened. Like even when that shit happened in my car, bro, I had a little split second where I lunched out and I'm like, I'm about to do this. But it's gonna come back down real quick. Cause it's like, all right, bet I do this, then I can expect this.
Just gotta
This.
figure it out.
Yeah, no secrets.
Right.
It's all about
So I feel like
not having it come down at all.
summarize this so we can move on. I
Yeah.
would feel like to me, I feel like all and it's sad. I feel like it's double standards for men than it
Right.
is women, bro. Because women, I mean, you got to understand, one man, they are a part of us, bro. If you even think about the word, bro, they are add on to the man. Come on, five.
Here we go.
That young nigga cooking now. They are
Here
a
we go.
one man. They got the
I feel like I agree with the double standards, but I feel like at the same token too is like it's certain things that neither like it's like okay, none of us should be doing it, but it's like if somebody gonna do it, you get what I'm saying? Like even with something as far as like how we handle our emotions, like it ain't illegal to have emotions, but at the same token, if we handle certain situations the same way, we gonna look at like you get what I'm saying, regardless of
You
the
wild
circumstance.
as shit. You crazy. You a
You know
mental
what I'm
patient.
saying?
Nah, for sure.
And then even
So,
when it come to doing certain shit, it's like you can say, "Oh, well, my girl ain't supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z," but it's like if a nigga do the same shit, it's gonna be like, "Yeah, but I'm a nigga." It's like, but it's the same thing.
yeah. I just feel like with the women, bro, we always give them that extra benefit of the doubt and not really.
That's
You know what I'm
now,
saying?
bro. It wasn't like that back then, bro. I feel like niggas don't want to come off as a womanizer, so they hold their tongue. Fuck all that. You gotta hold everybody accountable.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I mean, I feel like now, I feel like now everything is
Come
so
on, Wink, talk to these niggas.
social medialized and everything is so. I mean, even think about this shit that's going on with, not to segue the conversation, but think about this shit that's going on with Boston Richey and the bitch.
Yeah, I don't even know what's
Like,
going on with that, bro. That's why I skipped it. I really don't know.
bruh, a bitch
That's the
just
subject we
that's no
on.
longer with him, bruh, making accusations that he did all this wild shit to her. Same
Oh,
thing
I
is going
did
on
hear.
with
Okay, I
Stephon
did.
Diggs.
Okay, yeah, I did hear about that. Where they said yeah, they was playing in that. Yeah, okay,
That was the
I heard about
topic.
that. No, I know, but I forgot about it. But I did hear. I heard a little something about that. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was.
she said she came on and said he did everything. Now he like to get paid,
Did
all
she
type of
want
shit.
to? And like, even
Oh
like how
yeah,
they was saying like the
that's
nigga forced her
crazy.
to ride naked in the car and all that, bro. It's like, are we really believing that, bro?
You know what I'm saying, and that's the thing too. Just because that's an ex, don't mean what she's saying is true. That's why I don't like getting too much into that because it blow up so fast. You don't know what's true. It's like it's just all a lot so soon. So niggas just running with it to to get the traction and all that, being the
Mhm.
algorithm. So
Yeah, it's niggas that made whole livings off being close to people and telling stories, and just because they was
yeah,
closer enough that
it
people
ain't nothing like an
believe
ex saying some
that
crazy.
it's true.
Nah, for sure. Just like I said, just like Stephon, you see he beat all them fucking charges, and it's like it's weird though, bro. Even once the nigga beats the charges, bro, it's still like the man is still kind of frowned upon. Like, nigga, you had that bone on your name, nigga. Like, whether you did it or not, the court said you was innocent, but nigga, the streets
They
is finding
Yeah,
you
you
guilty.
didn't went through.
always
All
they
you gotta do is get accused and it's over.
Yeah, no
Told
nah.
you.
It's
secret.
not even just
Accusation
that
to put
though.
that mud on you.
Nah, no
But look,
motherfucking
it's not
secrets.
even that. You got some people out there that they just like no matter who does what, everybody guilty. And so even if you do beat it in court, it's always gonna be that it's cause who they know, it's cause the money. It's never really, oh yeah, they was innocent. And niggas gonna always feel like nah, they paid their way out, or it's cause who they is. You know what I'm saying? So that shit don't really be meaning nothing. Niggas mind is what it is.
Yeah, that's all Cherie said. As soon as you get accused, it's over with.
Man.
Everybody gonna make their
Facts,
mind
bro.
up.
Facts.
Facts.
Just like
All of
Bill
us,
Cosby.
all of us on here, nigga, we can
Yeah,
get
they did
accused
my
for some
man
shit
Bill the
tomorrow,
worst
bro.
way.
People gonna believe that shit, bro. Like people gonna believe that shit.
That's a whole nother.
And
That's
you
a
gotta
whole nother
understand,
segment though.
yeah,
I
but
love the
see,
shit out of Bill, bro. They
I be
blackballed
trying
the
to
shit out
explain
of that
people.
man.
Yes, they did. I be trying to explain that to people about when people
Pressure,
judge.
baby.
Sometimes it is you too. Maybe your ass. Cross the wrong person or let the wrong person get offended or blackballed and stuff like that is names for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real skill. It's a real tactic. It's a real just how
Yeah, you
people
never forget.
galvanize people to come to stuff and do good stuff is the same way people get paid to tear shit down. You go both ways. Ooh, the frosty heems. I ain't had no frosty heems in a minute. But let's go to the white boy, man. A streamer known as Chud the Builder was banned after viral clips showed that his harassment and repeated racial slurs, saying people is chimping out, calling people niggas, and etc. At what point does free speech stop being acceptable and become something that platforms should, you know what I'm saying, ban people for? Or should we protect free speech? Should people be able to say what they want on certain platforms because it's how they believe and everybody is not a monolith?
Honestly, bruh, when it comes to media and platforms at this point, bruh, It's like the kids got more access to watch what they want. People gonna watch what they want. If somebody's watching something and you say something that they don't like or agree with, they could just turn it off. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like no matter what the content is, nobody's forced to watch none of it. And kids gonna get to what they want to anyway. So as much as you can try to, I mean, you can, as far as like the content creator try to clean it up or whatever, but that ain't realistically gonna happen. So as far as like, damn, I don't know, but I feel like with the content, how can I keep this short? I just feel like the content is the content, bro. Like it is what it is. I don't know, bro. Say the question one more time because I'm forgetting my answer.
At what point does free
Oh,
speech
free
stop
speech.
being acceptable? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, yeah, free speech. Right, right,
On,
right. See, I'm
on
off
these
topic.
platforms, and should what type of free speech should be banned, or would there be a such thing as free speech if we banned free speech on these platforms?
Yeah, when it comes to free speech though, bro, I feel like that's kind of line what I'm saying though, bro, because like people gonna say what they want. You know what I'm saying? It's like at this point, I mean, yeah, the world is more sensitive, but I don't feel like whether it's on content or not, people saying it in private, they saying it amongst themselves regardless. So if you watch it and it's not for you, you're not gonna want to watch it. If you watch it and regardless, like it's for who it's for. So I feel like even with the comedy now, that's why stuff not as funny because it ain't as you know what I'm saying, as loose as it used to be. Now they've got to watch everything they say and how they do it because people get offended. It's like it ain't nothing that ain't been said already. If anything, I would say I don't know, bro. I'm just sticking to that. That's my take.
Wink.
Man, when it comes to that platform and social media shit and being able to say certain things, it get real tricky because it's like you just said, it's like if you don't want to watch something, I mean, even like they saying don't watch it because it's like, I look at our president, he say all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say some shit that was racist or we might consider racist, and I don't even know about this. Like, I ain't see the video or seen what dude did for real, but it's just like people that's not gonna fuck with it, just not gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the platform should just get crazy. That's my take for now.
Sharice.
Sorry. I don't think that you can say whatever you want to say. Like not in this day and age, not in this time, not anymore. I think that now with everything being so publicized and on a public, like so much easier for the public to access and consume. And even if you don't want to see certain things, sometimes you still see things anyway. It's easy to say just click off of it or you don't, or whatever the case may be. But I've even realized, like looking at my own Instagram, that it's people that I'm not even following that I can see on my timeline, which is crazy work to me. So I do think that these days everything is so easily accessible, whether you want to see it or not. And if somebody is super offended by somebody using the N word or saying anything against a particular community and stuff like that, just like the baby in the the LGBT community, the same thing. Like you can't say what you want, unfortunately. Like you should be able to, whether it's offensive or not, and people shouldn't be quick to be offended. But in some cases, like that's not it doesn't look like that's going to be tolerated in this society anymore, especially people with huge platforms, huge influence, and huge viewership. So yeah, I don't think that is such thing as that anymore. Like that's kind of my take.
What you got, Trey?
So my take with this is like it's like once you become like a successful streamer or like not even just a streamer, just and whatever you do, it's just like certain things that it's like you can't say, but you can say it like if you was a regular person. So it's like people will like pick and choose, but at the end of the day, you know, you just gotta move different, talk different. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get to that level, just move smarter and like just watch what you say. And like at the end of the day, because people gonna take it wrong, you gonna have like people that's gonna like go all in with what you saying. Just all depends on like how you carry yourself. But I say for the ones that is, that's famous and doing what they doing, I congratulate them. But don't belittle the other people. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't look at them as like they ain't that. But at the end of the day, it's just people move at their own pace. But being a streamer, you just gotta watch what you say because you got younger people, watching you, and you do got people that's going to support you, and then now you're gonna lose support because of what you're saying out your mouth. It's always, the world we live in now with this craziness is just gonna keep making it crazy with the racial slurs and the craziness going on. Like, when is this gonna be like people just live life and like be great, be successful, and stay in their own lane? Like, what he said like not too long ago, bring back the love instead of what is going on now. That's my take.
What you got? Ki K1.
Um, so the whole freedom of speech on social media platforms, I feel like it should be some censorship that happens on these apps. Now, will we really make it to that point? I don't know. But even even like Trump, like how Wink had mentioned, like our president always tweeting weird shit, but his shit had got, before the election, his shit had got so X-rated, they blocked him from Twitter to the point where he had to make his own website, his own domain. Um, so I feel like this, bruh. Like, um, people's algorithm is their algorithm, right? Meta searches through everything in our phone, and they everything we do, from what we texting, from what we watching on YouTube, and it basically goes into a fucking database, and Meta compresses that data from what we've been searching across multiple different platforms, from what we use for our music, where we like everything that we do on our phone, for the most part, because most of the time when we get our iPhones, when we get them Jones brand new out the box, we just scrolling and we go to the bottom and we press agree. Same thing with all of these apps that we download. We scrolling and we just pressing agree. And they're using the information based off what the things that we already searching, based off the things we already listening to. They use that and they filter our algorithm based on that. Um, and I feel like it should be some type of block on it, bro, because it's so much fake news that's being published. Um, just like even with us, five when I mean, it's been many times, bro. We seen shit in our chat where we got to verify. Hey, is this real? Is this AI? Or is this made up? Um, so by AI being such a powerful tool, and it just like, bruh, just like with that Cinco de Mayo picture you posted, bruh. Like, a nigga wouldn't even be able to tell that that was like some AI shit. Like, a nigga might have really thought that you dressed up in that costume for Cinco de Mayo, fam. Like, yeah, I'm sure some people that really know that you're not doing no shit like that and it's AI created. But just that was just an example that I just reached to, like, in like real time, where people can really be fooled and misled by things they see on social media. And if it was some type of censorship, just like the Russians got, bruh. In Russia, is no Instagram, is no WhatsApp, none of them meta app, all of them meta apps is banned. And I mean, you see, it keeps more discipline, more structure, and all of them outside fake news sources, they're not even getting in. So yeah, I like to land my plane. Like I said, I feel like it should be our algorithm should be censorship, and the whole freedom of speech thing. You can say what you want, but when you start getting on major platforms, it's certain criteria that the information that you putting out have to meet. If it's like real talk, if it's some bullshit, then have some fun. But if you putting out real articles and saying, what the fuck do we have to say about? Oh, if you putting out real articles on people and saying, I'm just gonna use this one because that was just in our chat. That India left dirt, and that's not really a major topic, but even still though, bro, that's something where people are just playing on people's tops, bro, and just putting out fake information. So that's my take on that. Hey, the man of the hour with the knowledge and the power. God damn. It's on you, Dutch, the creator. Unmute your mic, brother. You got
Hey,
all
brother.
this knowledge and your shit muted, man.
We can't have that. We can't have that.
We got to hear what you got to say.
Um, mm. For the record, I did think that you did dress up in that shit. AI did not even come to my mind, bro.
See?
Like I swear, AI did not.
See?
I thought the nigga
Damn, the
was
picture,
just.
the
I
AI
thought the
didn't come to
nigga
your
was
mind
just
for real.
feeling a little amigo-y. You know what I mean? Like that shit. That man. Whatever AI did, that they did the damn thing. I mean, they had
Voila.
facial expressions and everything.
And not even to move the goalpost, Dutch. I'm gonna let you go, but I just got to double back on the conversation before I let you go. Even
Yeah,
that AI picture Shorty did of you, bro. Like who the fuck
yeah,
would say?
no, yes. It had
Yeah,
the
like who the fuck was?
shadows up in the joint, like every fucking thing. Like AI young is in 20 years. I hope I'm alive to see it, but this shit is gonna be crazy. Just like Photoshop was, and this is the second iteration of that. On the topic though, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about freedom of speech. And I hope you cut this out and show this, Trey. A lot of people think and say, "Oh, ain't no freedom of speech in this country." Freedom of speech is to where you can get arrested for the things that you say. However, you have to be held accountable and face the consequences of whatever that is. And if you're on a platform and you're saying whatever you want to say, and I I don't want no type of filter. I don't want no type of censorship because a person makes that decision based off of what they want to do. Let them make that decision to call black people niggas. Let them make that decision because it's not going to be a freedom of speech thing because he had the freedom to speak what he spoke. But the consequences of that will be getting backlash and shadow ban, and any sponsors that you had, they're going to pull away. Now, let's go to a country outside of the US, like a Muslim country. They don't have the freedom to speak. And if they do speak against the religious government, they'll cut off your hand, they'll jail you, they'll do something physical to you. You see what I'm saying? So freedom of speech is what it is. You have the freedom to speak whatever you want to speak, but you have to deal with said consequences outside of the law. The law says we can't arrest you for your thoughts, and you are able to say whatever you want to say. Now, when it comes to censorship, I'm a little on the fence with it because it goes back to what I was saying. When you decide that you want to be a content creator or a streamer, a public figure, you have to understand what comes along with that. I had a, problem with cursing on every other word on all of my videos from 2015 all the way to 2021. And this guy, he come and say, "Man, I want to like let my son listen to what you're saying, and but you cuss too much." And I told him, I said, "Look, just just repeat what I'm saying to your son." He said, but I wanted to come from you because the way you convey it. And I told him, "Look, bro, this is my platform. I'm gonna say what I say. I'm a curse. I'm gonna do whatever I want on my platform." But I was ignorant to understanding the levels of what people are seeing. And then I think like 2 years later after that, I decided to stop cursing unless it was something that I'm planning to do for shock value. And it took literally um brain power to do that. It took probably 6 months for me to literally not curse, not even think about it. I used to edit my videos, but I came to that decision because I know my reach can go further if I change up that style a little bit. So I think it shouldn't be censorship. It should just be okay, if this person wants to make it to where that's what they want to convey, they got to deal with those consequences, man. And I think where we at right now, I'm all for it. Let that person say whatever he want to say. Y'all heard my man Elroy on that clip he had on the news when dude was like, well, I can't say the N-word. He said, yes, you can. You can say the word you want to say. You have it. But just understand that there are certain consequences outside of being jailed that you're going to have to face. I digress.
So you're saying it's freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequence.
You don't have freedom of consequence. You don't.
But is that truly freedom of speech?
That's freedom of speech based upon the Constitution. Now, we're talking about when people say it ain't no freedom of speech in this country, you're referring to the Constitution. The Constitution tells you that, yes, the KKK members can walk down the street and say niggas this, niggas that, honky this, or whatever they want to call us, monkeys, blah, blah, blah. They can say whatever they want to say, but they cannot get arrested for. You cannot get arrested for what you speak out your mouth. However, it's exceptions. If I say that I'm going to come kill Trey and I have a plan to do that, that's when that isn't freedom of speech. That's a threat. You see? So therefore, you can't make threats, but you can say whatever the fuck you want to say without getting arrested.
Without getting arrested. Yeah, like a shoulda got banned. He didn't get arrested. Nothing.
Nah,
Trey.
He got the consequences of what the fuck, because these are platforms that people own. If I tell you I don't want you on my platform, I don't have to have you on my platform.
Okay. What you about to say, Joe?
Like I'm sorry. I don't ever delete comments, Sean, unless it's to the point where you're threatening someone or you're like on some like straight up child molestation. I want to fuck children or something. Like, I'm gonna delete those, right? Because that's just out of the realm of freedom of speech. But outside of that, young people be going on me all fucking day. They have the right to.
Yeah, that's a fact. Oh, yeah, pretty much got that one sold up, huh?
And they got the right to ban your ass too.
Exactly. There you go. That's my platform. I can ban your ass, but at the end of the day, I look at it
just like my man on the bridge said, man, they need to end this AI shit. Is fucking the world up.
I'm for AI. Maybe that's what we can.
How? But that shit just tricked the shit out of you, bro.
Nah, it did, but it has its benefits. It has its benefits, man. Let's put it like this: everything has its ups and its downs. If we looked at the country and how we evolved to where we at now in society, if everybody looked at something the same way, we will never evolve, man. At the end of the day, it was a point in time where in the 17, 16, 1800s, where like having children with a 13-year-old was just common. It was just common. But over time, we started to evolve and understand that, okay, just because she can have a baby physically, mentally, this isn't right. And on top of that, a lot had to do with that was the life expectancy of human beings, period. So as we gain more knowledge in medicine and got us to where we grew to higher ages and older, we started to think and be like, that right there is a moral issue that we have to adhere to and address. But if everybody just thought the same way on this thing, we would never evolve. So I'm not Xing out AI all the way. It has to get tweaked, just like everything else, man. It was a point where it was just horses we was riding, and then cars came. Now we have to understand this type of dynamic, so forth and so on.
It does. So you still gonna use that AI thing to where like when your loved one pass away to talk to you still?
We
Or
had
no?
we had that debate.
You
I
still
said
gonna
I
do
will
that or no?
fucking do it. I said I
Oh
would
man,
do it. I would do it because if you taking the essence of my mom's and we was debating on, the cemetery where you're just talking and you're not getting no feedback, but you're just talking. But for me, I'm not going to no cemetery. I like feedback. I like to hear something. So when I'm talking to ChatGPT, yes, I know it's a machine, but at the end of the day, I still get the feedback of what I'm doing based on that personality. If it was just straight up, just computer, just talking like this, I like my ChatGPT to have a British accent. I like British accents, and she's a woman, and she sounds like that.
So
So
you want your people to talk to you in British?
if you could get my
So
mother's
with me,
voice,
Dutch, I
if you
intervene,
would
bro,
get my
because
mother's voice, and I can enter all of her essence into
Jesus
that,
Christ. I'm gonna have to
yo,
make
this
this a
shit
topic.
wild, bro.
I would
I'm gonna have to make this.
do it.
I'm
I
gonna
would
have to make this a
definitely
topic.
do it.
I can make it a
Because
topic
look,
right
Dutch,
now,
check
real
this.
quick. Hold on.
Yeah, let them make it a topic.
All right, man. Up last on Who's Sice, man. We have a very delicate one, man. Based on Jesus Christ. Up next, but last but not least, on Who's Sice, man. We have a delicate one, man. We had several conversations on the Sice room about loved ones that passed and that colluded in the conversations about AI as well. And we have certain panelists that feel like if it was a function in the world where you could still talk or connect with your loved one through AI based on a building system or etc., that they would indulge in that said function. So I want to ask the panel, if Elon Musk or anybody created some type of AI function where your people can record themselves maybe the last 10 years or per se, and then after they pass, you'll be able to have an AI function, an app or something to where you can still talk to them, engage them, text them, have phone conversations, maybe even AI FaceTimes. Would y'all be willing to indulge in that?
No,
Absolutely.
I feel like go ahead, Dutch. You go first, bro. So you.
You gotta let him go first because I know it's
Absolutely,
for a reason.
absolutely 100%, man. We talk about going to the cemetery, right? And when you go to the cemetery, you're basically talking to yourself and you're giving yourself the answers that you think your loved one would want. I don't knock that. Now, that's not for me. I have not been to the cemetery to see I have not been to the cemetery to see the headstone of the woman's body that's in the ground, and which I will call my mother, right? However, I don't knock that. And if that's your thing, cool. Now, when I think about the AI situation, if I could put my mother's essence in this app and my mother's face come up, my mother's voice come up, my mother starts talking about things and initiating conversation about things that I never even brought up, but I'm gonna say it knows the intricate parts of who my mother is and her essence. I will definitely have a conversation with her, and I will definitely feel what someone will feel if they was to go to a cemetery. I will understand that this is not my mother, but it will be probably a coping mechanism to communicate something and have a feeling. It's not fact. It's just a feeling that you have when you go to the cemetery, and I will be utilizing the same thing with the AI situation. Now, the thing is with that, if I get addicted to that, that's probably when it'll become a problem, the addiction to that. But I definitely think that I would be a part of that whole situation, but I won't pay a lot of money for it. But
All right, so cool. Um, that I heard everything you said, but I feel the total opposite. And I feel like this goes into like who you believe in as far as like your higher power. Because if you believe in God, bruh, there's no way that you could even attempt to even think that something like that has any grounds of being real. And when somebody is taken off of this earth, bro, you as an individual, you have to learn how to grieve and have life go on without that person being there. If you thought that you could run to a bot and they can give you that same sensation that your peoples gave you, it's just not. It's an illusion that you creating in your mind, and people will get attached to that illusion. And who the fuck wants to get attached to an illusion? So I mean, I wouldn't be a fan of that. And I feel like honestly, if you do believe, and it's like I said, it goes into what you believe in. If you do believe in God, then that's wrong on so many different levels. Um, and I learned.
I miss
No,
some.
for real.
I
When you
miss,
want to go?
yeah, I think I missed some stuff, but from what I just heard between Dutch and Marcus, it's like I don't think you could tell people like people believe in God, you can still like can indulge in, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand what Dutch saying with like the technology and stuff like that. That is pretty, cool. But it's like it's also about how you like. You can't say that everybody who does that will get addicted to it, and you can't say that because you believe in God that oh that's just not right with God. You can't tell people how they is with God because Jesus Christ is my nigga, and everybody don't even say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I guess that's like to each his own with that. You can't really put religion with that in my book because can't really tell nobody how they is with their God. That's my little take between that.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Um, I
Bro, where
don't know.
Isaiah at, bro?
I don't know though. Like the whole little thing. Like I mean, it depends on who it is. Like me personally, I probably wouldn't get attached. But like somebody like if some like my mother died, my grandmother died, or my grandfather, then like I want certain little things. Like not everything. I would want. I wouldn't want them to be there every day trying to. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, not like that. But I don't know. I ain't really with the AI though. That's too much. It's too much with all the AI stuff. So that's just my take on that.
Uh,
I can see the benefit in somebody wanting to use something like that. I just think in my personal opinion that it will just make it harder for you to truly move past the death. So I do kind of agree with Marcus when he say that, like in terms of just, it'll just be harder for you to move on versus, and being able to deal with it. Because if you was to use something like that, that keeps them alive for you. That kind of keeps them here. I always felt like things like the holograms of Whitney Houston and stuff, all that stuff kind of creeped me out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I always say to each his own as well. I think that on the backhand of it, we all grieve different ways, and maybe that can help somebody grieve in a way that I may not understand. So I don't know. I just think that it's whatever's right for you. I say do it. And like as far as me though, I mean, I lost my mom, so I don't know how comfortable I would feel, with that for me personally, but I'm not, here to tell anyone how to grieve and how they should deal with things. And I think that if that does help and if it can be of help to you, then do what you wish. And that's my take.
Malion.
We talking about grieving? Yeah. To each his own with that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do that in their own way. I don't think there's no right or wrong way. I think it's to each his own with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a preference. You know, some people like if Dutch feel like he don't want to go, that's how he. You know what I'm saying? That's what he comfortable with. And then if Marcus, if you feel like he should go, that's how you feel about it. You know. But me personally, I just think that's preference based. Some people more comfortable than others. That's my take.
Hey Marlon, you sound like you smoking that shit again, nephew.
I wanna, yeah, you do. I wanna
Hey,
rebuttal.
Marlon had a great Cinco de Mayo.
I got a rebuttal for Marcus, and
He said Marcus.
He
Hey,
used every syllable in that
Because
man name.
I
Marcus.
mean Marcus. Um, you bring up the religious aspect, and I gotta spank you here real quick.
Okay.
See, I have no religion. I used to be a Christian. I renounced it at 20, but my grandmother put it in my head. I read the whole Bible. I know the parables. I'm a beast when it comes to especially Christianity, right? And we have branches like Muslim and everything else, but all came from this one tree. Now, in both books, all books, it's purgatory, my brother. Like what we do at this cemetery is not in the Bible. No one is in heaven or hell in the Bible. There's no one there yet. It's they're in purgatory until the day of judgment. Now, I say this not being so much of a believer, but I like to hold people to their own religion when they speak upon it. So, what I would do with AI is the same thing that we're taught in Western society to do in funerals, where we go and look at a dead body and bury it and go back to the grave site and talk to it. I'm doing the same thing you're doing, but something's just audibly coming back to me.
Yeah, but like seeing it physically and being able to do all that is like different than you know what I'm saying, going to the graveyard and talking versus where like you can actually see this person and they talking back to you with the same voice. That's gonna get stuck with you, and you
And
know what I'm
maybe
saying.
maybe I won't mind that. See, I like the people who are saying, for each his own, because for me, it's more of uh I get on Instagram for a couple of hours. Well, not a couple of hours. I ain't on Instagram for hours, but I get on Instagram, I come off Instagram, I get on Facebook, come off Facebook, get on YouTube. I use these platforms for fodder throughout my day. So at the end of the day, if I'm sitting here, like my mother, right? She used to call me every day, and I may not pick up the phone, but she'll still fucking put a voicemail there. Like, Ma, why you keep putting call me back, call me back, call me back? Maybe I can program that AI system to call me so I won't pick it up, so I can just hear call me back. It's sort of like a comfort thing. You know how
So,
we go on these platforms and we use them for comfort.
all right, so look, Dutch, when I brought up the religious thing, bro, I feel like a lot of things that we do and we don't even know what we really putting ourselves into, bro. Even like you said, visiting the tombstones, talking to them, celebrating the death day, celebrating the birthday. I feel like, bro, a lot of that shit is witchcraft, bro.
Man.
Yeah, because if you really think about it, bro, it's like once the soul is, I mean, like you said, you know the Bible, bro. And I'm not even on no super Christian shit though, but it's just like it's like once the soul has left the place that we are, it's not in our human realm to be trying to even reach that soul again, unless if it's through a simple form of meditation where like a person might go to where they are and pray or give or have a moment of recollection where they might have thought about your experiences with this person. But like I said, we had to dive deep into it because I'm kind of firing from the hip. But I do feel like a lot of these traditions that we have with the afterlife are not necessarily like all the way on the side of like religion.
And
Even
that
like
and that's
even
why,
like even like you just said, a lot of people don't recognize that, bro. Like
yeah,
right now, all of the people that we lost that are died, that are dead, they're not even in a heaven or hell.
they're not. They're not. And I work with a pastor, right? And he's actually my supervisor.
How we know that, fellas?
No. We're going off of the text. That this strictly text on what the text is said. Now, if you want to get into my real ideology of shit, I can. Trust me, I
Oh
can.
no, I understand that too.
Y'all
I'm
see
saying.
this right here? Y'all see that Buddha right there? That give you a little aspect of how I view
I'm being
how I
100 with
view.
y'all. I don't believe in that. You can handle religion the way you want. It's like
What you
I think
mean?
it's rules to everything.
What you mean though? Like go back a little bit. Handle
And you
religion and
like
what you
law is
want.
law.
But who said who okay, when you say law is law, who's dispersing the law?
Is it a law that fire will burn your motherfucking hand off and that shit
That
hurt?
is
That's a law.
those are the
It's a
laws
it's a
of
law that you can't hold your breath for a certain amount of time, right?
those are
It's a
laws.
law that you can't go for a certain amount of time
Yep.
without water, right?
It's laws of
It's a
physics.
law that you
Laws
can't go a certain
the
amount of time
laws
without
of
food, right?
physics is actually real. Now,
Underwater, right?
but the laws of the Bible
I'm with you, brother.
is
This
book.
is all I'm saying. Look, this is all I'm saying. So people that choose to follow anything other than, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even look
Common
at
law.
it as following like how I came up with my
Choice.
ideology.
Come on, religion is a choice. We grow
Religion,
up,
well,
maybe we get
religion is
indoctrinated, but then we
actually
get a
something that
certain.
you do over and over and over. Spirituality and believing in
Okay,
something
come on,
higher.
semantics,
It's not
semantics.
semantics. It's not. It's not. It's just it's the word and
You got you,
people
you got to.
people reduced it to semantics, but it's not.
I'm just
But
arguing with my man about the
for the
difference
sake of
between being
argument, I will
arrested and being
for the
detained.
sake of
Like,
argument, I
bro.
will refer to that as semantics. Yes, I'll give it.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
I
Look
know.
at
I,
my thought
I, I am.
process.
I am.
But
I don't want to get you sidetracked. You're true.
you already did. You
You're
already
right.
did.
You're right.
I just think like if you choose to follow Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, like like why not just follow the rules?
I
Why
believe
does
that.
it feel like they're not being disrespectful, coloring outside the lines?
Because, bruh,
Nobody's
people
supposed
put
to.
people.
Because people have freedom of speech.
These are generational. These are generational curses, and I'm gonna say generational curses because we're born into it. At the end of the day, if you were born in India, 9 times out of 10, you will practice Hinduism. If you were born in
Until I become an
Africa,
adult and then I can have a choice.
no, but most
Nah.
people like
Even through you
myself.
probably stick to being a Hindu, bro.
Bro,
No,
niggas had
yeah,
choices, bro.
most
Stop
likely
doing that,
you will
bro.
stop.
Yeah, bro, but it's
You will be
region
that.
based, bro. It's like niggas do
It
have
is.
choices, but it's based off of what your upbringing is, bro. It's
How
based
many niggas y'all know
systematic
speak
Let me
Mandarin?
tell
programming.
How
let
many
me tell
niggas y'all
y'all a
know
quick
speak Mandarin?
let me tell y'all a quick story.
What is the most commonly spoken language in the world?
English.
English.
No,
I
it's
would say
not.
it is
The
English.
most common, yes.
It is
Okay,
English.
okay.
Now, let me tell you, I like to get asked this question. Why did you renounce Christianity? The reason I did this was because of something that happened way before it, right? I was a go hard. I was like Wink. Jesus was my nigga.
So
You
why
know
you
what I'm
can't put
saying?
that on the Indians?
Nah, we ain't talking about that no more. What I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
because y'all saying they gotta be Hindu till they die.
no.
They gotta be Hindu
Okay,
till you die, but
I
you can come out of Christianity.
And they
No,
still
that
in
no, no,
and
no,
they
that goes back to what we
country.
were saying,
if
bro.
I was
We
born,
have too much freedom here, bro.
It's their country.
If
Yeah.
I was born in India, it would be a little harder to do what I did here, you know, because I have a choice. And what happened was a lot of fucked up shit was going on in my life, and all my grandma was telling me was pray and it'll get better, right? So one day I was at work and I got tired of this shit. A lot of shit was fucking up, young, and I said to myself that night, it was 3:00 in the morning. I'm smoking cigarette after cigarette after cigarette. And I said, if it's a God, show me something. I said, show me something to where, like, I'm not looking for a miracle. What I'm looking for is something that shows me you. And I sat there for 3 hours, bro. And leading up to that, I was already in my mind saying, fuck this shit, but I ain't never say it out loud because I was scared. But that night, I said, even if it's a fucking butterfly just came right here or something, you know, like something. Nothing happened, young. Nothing happened. I turned into an atheist for the next year, and then I realized that it was something called an agnostic. And then that's what I was for the next probably 19 years. And right now, I believe this is my belief. I believe it's an intelligent to this design. It's an intelligence to this design. However, I'm not the one to tell you that I know what it is. I just know or feel or believe that it's something to consciousness, young. I can't tell you what it is like the Bible could or the Quran could or Buddhism could. I'm not here to make that claim. The claim that I'm making is it's something to this shit that I just can't put my mind or finger on because I've seen a lot of shit that if I tell you, you'll be like, what the fuck? But I don't know what it is, young. And I don't think nobody else know what it is either. Hey, Wink, I love your motherfucking living room.
Wake
Man, that's
up. Wake your ass up, Wink.
more AI, Dutch.
Wake up,
That's
Mike.
not her living room.
Oh shit, god
That's what I'm
damn.
saying.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
He in love with the AI shit.
It be getting me. It be fucking getting me. And
You want to get
AI
got.
messing
You
them
want
up.
to get got.
now I
You one
see
of the
what
ones
it
that
is.
want to get got.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to get got. I looked and
He
like
You
already
want
got got.
he
He
one of them
already
niggas
got
that's
twice.
he one of them niggas that's in my
Yeah, 3
comments right
times.
now
Like,
talking about some happy birthday.
no, I did say happy birthday, didn't? No, I did
I
say
did
happy
too.
birthday.
Shit, I said this suit shit. I said that.
But you know what, bro? I did think. I said, yeah, I don't feel like it's this nigga birthday.
Your
I
birthday
had
now?
that thought, but nigga, you said it, and now
Deception.
I already thought that this was real. So anything else after that, I'm gonna just proceed. And I was.
I just laughed hard as shit.
Bro, and bro, it's crazy.
And
You know
you
what's
look,
crazy how these
if I send that
conversations
to
work,
a
bro?
motherfucker, they
Because
would
I
literally,
should have happy birthday back.
hey, hold on, Dutch. Let me get this off real quick, bro.
It says
So look,
Cinco de Mayo, but make it my birthday too. It
I
doesn't say
thought-
it is my birthday. It says,
I
but
thought-
make
hey,
it
so
my
look, let me
birthday
get this
too.
over before I forget what I'm saying, bro.
That's crazy
So
how
look,
people.
What?
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying about
I'll take the
this.
love,
It kind of is wild because it's like everything kind of correlates, bro. From the shit about AI to the shit about religion to the shit about what we're talking about now, bro. Um, it all kind of correlates in the same way, bro. Like how I just brought up these multiple examples where AI have food. I feel like you're a very knowledgeable brother, where the shit has fooled you several
Yeah.
times, and just today.
Hey.
We're not even
Hey.
talking about later. Like we just talking about today.
But Marcus, I did
Well, AI, hold
say
on. Let me done. I'm almost done. So from that to even how AI has fucked up the music industry, just it's just in so many different ways, bro. Where I feel like AI and freedom of speech, bro, has really fucked up. Even like even with the religion shit, bro. Like how you just was able to note that if we lived in India or Russia or Sudan or any of these other places, bro, we would not be able to have these many different ideas roaming in our minds, bro, because we're not even
right.
seeing it. The thought
I
that you
agree.
had when you sat in that bathroom when you smoking them jacks, bro, you wouldn't even been in the bathroom smoking jacks, bro. It's just like certain things that have been implemented. We have too much freedom, and it's too much room for people to second guess shit from religion to our political stance to what our government is doing. And I feel like AI is not helping this shit at all, bro. It's just like it's no structure out this joint, bro. From
But I
religion,
think, but like I said, we have to evolve as a society with everything. When the cars was invented, bruh, it was crashes every day. People crashed every day until a person, black man called Garrett Morgan, invented the
the
fucking
traffic
traffic.
light.
The thing is, bro, anything that's new is going to go through its stage of confusion and trying, even cyber crimes and shit, bro. Like you can get locked up and go to prison for contacting a 14-year-old girl just saying hi, right?
Uh-huh.
But before the internet, I can go up on the street and say hi to a young girl, 14 years old, and nothing happens. However, when they realize that the age that we're about to go into, the law enforcement had to understand how to combat that.
Combat.
So at the end of the day, I don't want to get rid of AI completely because of these things. I want us to work through the things that work and don't work. And then, like that, like I said, in 20 years, I want to be there to where I see what we did with it.
But it's like that the whole purpose of AI, bro. It won't work that way. To what you saying is like limited, bro. It's literally called artificial intelligence. So like to try to censor artificial intelligence would be crazy, bro. Because it's just like
That's
all
what they said.
algorithm based.
That's what
It's
they
gonna get
said
so
about the
AI that we
internet.
gonna value human life, bro.
That's what they said about the internet. So what we have to
But
do
isn't that true
is
though, bro? Isn't that
no,
true?
no, it's not. It's not true because we control this, right? So if we put up enough laws and enough censorship and things to, all right, let's take Hollywood. Hollywood has they're developing something to where just because we can do this, we're not going to allow this to happen because these real people need to get paid. The technology is there for them to make a whole Marvel movie without using nail, not a nigga who fucking breathing.
Facts.
But but
And
what
I
they're
don't rock with that.
doing, but what they're doing is making it to where these certain things can't be done with AI. So it's just it literally has
These
to
AI shit.
evolve, just like what I said about the 13-year-olds having kids in the 1800s. The
But
thing
bro,
was,
even with the internet though, bro, look at the internet, bro. Look what the internet has did, bro. It has really dropped the human interaction down significantly. Me and Fab was just talking about this today.
it
Like,
did.
bro, Nick, like
It
people,
did.
we come hop on this jump and we have a time of our life. We all feel like I never even seen y'all niggas. Some of y'all,
But what if you couldn't do this though? What if you couldn't do this, Marcus,
if we
and
couldn't do
everybody
this,
else
Then
could?
if
then
this,
it forced us to come in person.
that's
It
all.
would.
Literally, that's all. That's
It
all it would
would.
do.
But what I'm saying is, what if you were shut out from this and you couldn't be a part of this, but everybody else could? How would you feel?
That's what like Fab just said. it limits the interaction when
No,
we
I'm
feel
talking
like
about
we even
you.
me the
Like,
same way. I feel the same way. I say this all the time, bro. The Sice room need to go live, bro. I'm not with all this AI shit, bro. All this
this
we
is
talking
a,
through screens,
but
screaming on
but
each
but
other.
this is
Like
the precursor. This is the precursor to with evolution in the technology. I'm a technology guy. I'm a liberal at that point. I'm conservative in most of my life.
I
But
don't know that you can't tell me you're a technology person. We could just pinpoint 5 examples where you
not
got
But
tricked by
look though,
AI.
Marcus,
no,
you
I'm
talking
a,
about you wanted to be live, right? You wanted to be live, and then what?
What?
You wanted to be live and what? Cameras,
Yeah.
and then
but the thing,
distributed
but
through the
guess
same
what?
places, right?
But
Facts.
guess what?
That's
An
AI, bro.
algorithm and an
Yeah.
algorithm is going to
Facts.
That's
That's facts.
AI.
That's facts.
this AI that you're talking about is going to push the Sice room to whoever needs to hear what we're saying.
But we also could have, to Marcus' point, well, yeah, you're right. It would already push into this, but
They're going
if
to
the
recommend it.
conversations was already happening with no cameras, no nothing, that could still be something.
But we
And it
don't.
still
But we don't live in that age anymore. And
why not?
because we are
We
evolved,
advanced.
Convenience.
we advanced
To
and
convenience.
look, young. They
Convenience.
said if aliens come to the earth, they would look at us as fucking ants. They wouldn't have no reason to fucking smush us or not.
But how do we know that?
We're in because
Them niggas
they
ain't
want-
never come in, we ain't never go there. So how we
it's
know
about
they
light
not
years.
more
It's
The
about
freedom
light
of
years.
speech, bro. People can
Bruh.
say whatever they want.
No,
That's
how
what
we
I
know they
goes
more
back to.
how we know they more intelligent than us?
No. If you
We got species on this
if-
earth that their most
this
dominant
this
species
is
could
what I'm
be
saying. When
a
I
fucking
say
shark.
this is what that means. We have not figured out how to travel in light speed. It's not done. And by proxy,
We're
if
not
someone
supposed to.
if that's what I'm saying. If someone out there was to figure that out, you know how far
See,
in
movies got you thinking like that. But look,
no advanced
but
technology they will
what do
have
you
to
think is the
be.
most dominant species on earth?
The most dominant?
Yeah.
Watch what you're asking.
Advanced, dominant.
No.
Most dominant. Most dominant, brother.
Most dominant. It is the human race.
Okay, right?
Yes.
But how
Nah,
long
I
can we
disagree,
survive?
bro.
How long can we survive in water, right?
I feel like
We
the
will-
whale is
we
the
will
most
make it
dominant.
late.
I feel like the whale,
So if
bro.
an alien, you know what I'm saying? So if
You
an
want to
alien
know the
species,
difference between
hear me
us and
out. So
animals?
if an alien species came to our Earth, looking at the ratio of water and land, they would think we would be a water creature.
No, we'll be ants to them on how we
Because
look.
they so advanced, they already gonna scope us out before they get here.
They're not even going to come. The thing
Yeah, I believe
is,
that too. They not even coming.
But if we believe the government, we already trying to infiltrate Mars. So you telling me these species out here are so more advanced than us that we gonna be ants, but we already trying to step on the moon, Mars.
But I feel like all that's cap, bro. I feel
our
like we
solar
never been
system,
to the moon.
our
Never will
solar
be, bro.
system, our solar system is desolate. It's just us.
That's
We're
how I feel
talking
too.
about if someone, I ain't gonna say some, if some being came here to Earth, they will be from another solar system, another galaxy. And to do that, like it takes 6 months.
Niggas believe in Thanos.
Nigga, it takes 6 months to get to Mars, nigga. You talking about another galaxy, bruh.
Them niggas ain't been here yet, Dutch.
Look, you have to master light year fucking travel.
They ain't been here yet.
They're never going to come here because we're insignificant to them these niggas.
And where does that come from? Who is these niggas that we talking about?
Them niggas, whoever the fuck they are, if they exist. What I'm saying is, they want when you look down. All right, let me ask you this: give you a perception. I'm gonna give you a perception. When you walking down the street you look at an ant. What do you think when you see an ant, bro? Just tell me. Do you remember what you see what you think when you see an ant?
But what?
No.
You have a name for these
Question.
people?
When
You have
you see
a
an
physical biology for them?
No.
How many arms? How many
All right,
legs? They got tentacles.
Tell me what you think when you see. All right, when you're
Did
walking.
you just come from the movies watching that? What's that shit called? Avatar.
No, I'm very big in
Avatar.
Nah, I'm very big.
Avatar fucked you up.
I'm very big in astrology and everything, man. Not no fucking science shit.
So
real astrology.
Who are these people?
They will be aliens to us. They will
name?
be extraterrestrial beings. That's the name that we're giving them. They ain't calling themselves no fucking extraterrestrial beings. But what I'm saying is, when I look at an ant, I have the decision to step on this motherfucker or not. Sometimes I say, I'm gonna go ahead and let the nigga live. And sometimes, I don't know. I will step on
But
him.
an ant is not extraterrestrial.
But what I'm saying is the technology and the understanding of where we're at, bro. We have full autonomy to do or what not to do to these ants, and they will have the same capacity coming light years to Earth to be like.
Where are you getting this from?
No, it's science,
X-Men.
It's science, bro. This is science.
So
It's
what is the
all
beings
science.
called? So in
It's all
science, where did we
science,
learn
son.
that these beings are called? What are these aliens called?
Young, we call them. We will
You keep
call them
comparing them to ants, but ants are not extraterrestrial.
extraterrestrial. Is not from this earth.
But we're not extraterrestrial to ants. So I don't know why you keep bringing up ants.
No,
That's
what I'm
confusing
saying
me.
is I'm giving the concept of how they
when
will.
we never seen these niggas.
No, I'm giving the concept of how they will look at us compared to how we look at ants. I'm not
How we
giving.
know some of the species on the earth right now ain't extraterrestrial beings.
We don't. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is this. I'm using the ant analogy because we are superior to ants. They will be definitely superior to us if they was to arrive to Earth.
I don't know if that's guaranteed though. I don't
That is guaranteed.
I don't know if that's
because
like
we
actual
don't
factual.
because we don't have the technology or haven't thought of it yet to travel in light years. You see what I'm saying? Light years speed.
I don't know. I think you got ants fucked up.
No.
You know,
Well,
a colony of ants could kill you.
Type ant out there.
You know, we can't survive without ants.
Yes,
so if we went to war with ants, you said we can survive with.
We can definitely survive without ants.
We might as well move on.
Why the fuck do you think that we can't survive without ants, bruh?
Anybody else educated on it, or I gotta explain to them?
Please explain. I'm a sponge. I love the.
Do you feel like we can survive without bees too? Right?
Explain to me, bro.
No, I'm asking you. You not understand? Mr. Science and physics. You don't understand that it are actual.
Tell me the thing that will happen if we didn't have ants.
You know what ants do in soil? The way the colonies of ants, the way the plants and shit can grow, but based off the lifespan of ants and the colonies of ants and the tunnels that they build in plants.
They're very smart.
Without those certain things, without the bees pollinating, without all of these certain things coming into fruition, bro, we cannot survive.
Yes, we could.
The air would not.
Yes, we could.
This nigga high as shit.
No,
I'm trying to tell you, bro, the water wouldn't be drinkable, the air wouldn't be breathable, bro.
Yeah, we
all are together,
Tell
bro.
them about the collapse, Trey. Tell them about the collapse.
Are you crazy, bro? Are you crazy right now?
Oxygen.
I can't tell him. He don't believe it.
Produce oxygen.
Oh my god.
Ants do not.
You can Google it. Just pick your phone up, bro. I'm telling you, don't listen to me, bro.
He going off the old way, bro.
Listen to their phone anyway, bro. Just pick your phone up, bro.
I didn't.
And ask Google if we could live without ants.
Okay.
So look, I know what.
If
So
we
look, that's what he said.
exterminate the billions of ants, can humans survive? Like,
Can I tell him? Can I tell him?
Oh,
so look, ants are critical to our soil and our ecosystem, bro.
My nickname is Ant, bro. Growing up, bro, you crazy as hell.
So look,
Speak to
hey
that
Dutch,
man.
hey Dutch.
Can humans survive without ants?
So look, ants are critical to our ecosystem and our soil, bro. Without ants,
Not
bro, our
ants.
soil wouldn't have the proper nutrition that it needs, bro.
No. Can humans survive without ants?
It's the things that we need.
Humans can't survive without air. Oxygen is
Oh my
essential to
God.
us. If you remove
It
air,
say no.
Can humans survive without ants?
got it. Yeah,
I wish I could put the meme up.
directly. Ants do play
What she
big
say?
roles in systems like aerating soil.
I'm about to hold on.
Of course, no rush at all. Take your time. I'm here whenever you're ready to continue or require a further minute.
Hold on. Y'all gotta be quiet.
Absolutely.
Not you, but can humans survive without ants?
I see what you're asking. Yeah, humans can survive without ants. Ants are really important in many ecosystems. They help with soil health, decomposition, and even seed dispersal, but we're not dependent on them for our own survival.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying, but that AI should have had you
That's
fucked
hey,
up,
look,
bro.
that's why AI
All
gonna
right,
that's
see,
why AI
now,
gonna be
now,
the death
AI
of us,
really had
bro.
you
y'all
fucked
shouldn't
up, bro.
That's why
ask
AI
me
gonna be
to
the
do
death of
it.
us.
If you
Nah,
up,
for
you
real,
shouldn't
bro.
ask me to do it. If you
I said
think
talk to
that,
Google.
if you already think
You in
that,
the chat.
then why say, all right, what she say? Then when she say what she say,
That was for
well,
you.
you
That was
can't
for you,
trust
brother.
that shit.
But if
No.
you Google it,
Oh,
it
I
won't
never
give you that
trusted it.
same answer.
It's not.
ChatGPT pulls from Google. I mean, what
No,
the
it
fuck,
don't.
man?
Google it
ChatGPT
right now, bro, because I
All
just did
right,
for sure.
No, it
I'll
doesn't,
Google
bro.
it. All
Chat
right.
can
Let
pull
me
from
ask you
whatever you
this.
want it to pull from, bro.
If Google says what ChatGPT says, if Google says it, y'all not gonna say, well, Google,
AI is
I
the
don't know
doom of
your
us,
algorithm. Y'all go
No, the
accept
shit is the
it.
doom of us. That's why
All right.
I'm not talking
Are
to no
y'all gonna
AI with my
accept
people
it?
down, nigga. You crazy as hell.
Can humans
I just did it, bro. AI overview. Ants are essential for human survival because they act as ecosystem engineers of our planet,
survive
performing critical roles in soil health,
without
pest control, and nutrient cycling.
Hey,
without
guess what a
They
ants?
nigga like
aerate more soil
Dutch
than
is gonna be living off?
earthworms.
He gonna be living off a bunch of fake ass food. So my bro, I'm surviving, bro.
But guess what? It says no. Humanity likely cannot survive without ants. Ants are crucial ecosystem engineers. Nigga, I was about to get to it.
Yeah,
I'm
because
about
you stumbling because you trying to make
let
the
him
gut.
cook. Let him
Nah,
cook.
because I was trying
Let him
to
cook
speak.
his way.
It's the same thing that you said.
Insinuated. I probably didn't say it exactly, but that's what I was insinuating.
Bro, what's the most? Hold on, I'm gonna help you with this. What's the
That's
most protected
bullshit.
place in the world, bro?
Bro, I'm
I
telling you,
don't
it's
know
not.
everything,
No,
Marcus.
I'm saying, what's the
sorry.
most
I
protected place
don't
in the
know.
world, bro?
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know.
But that's the thing about
All
when
right, so look,
we like look a nigga put go ahead, Marcus, my bad. But I want to say this one thing.
So the seed bank is the most protected place on the earth, bro.
That's the most expensive bank in the world. In the world.
And protected though.
Do you know where it's at?
Antarctica.
But guess who can survive without us? Extraterrestrial fucking beings. Because
nigga,
they got here.
Some niggas that don't exist, bro. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't come into the chat talking about
have you ever
you
heard of the Drake
atheist,
equation?
then you agnostic,
and
then you talk about
have you ever heard of the
we
Drake
ain't pushing
equation?
that.
Have you ever
You
heard of the
pushing
Drake? Matter
agnostic
of fact,
beliefs.
let's take it all the way back. One man tried to tell the world.
Got me drinking.
One man tried to tell the world that the Earth revolves around the sun. And they killed him for that. He understood how that works, but everybody thought that the sun revolved around the earth. And later on, what did we fucking find out through science? That we do revolve around the fucking sun. So at the end of the day, everything has an evolution. Every
hold on. Let me pause you right there, Dutch, because that we really don't know. Like I feel like, bro, I feel like none of this shit, bro. I feel like we
this
never
is
landed on the
proven.
moon. I
This,
feel like we
all right,
traveling into
see,
these different orbits,
damn.
bro. We still can't even figure out the Bermuda Triangle, bro. It's places on this
It's
earth.
not nothing. It's nothing. A lot of shit happen everywhere else, but they don't want to fucking say those areas. Thing is, a lot of shit happened in this area, and people look at it as some mysterious shit. But a lot of things happen in this area too, and that area. But it's not
Nah, I
publicized
don't
to,
know, bro. You kind of moving this
yeah,
one,
come
bro.
on, man. Shit happens
We
every
we that we
fucking
that,
where.
bro. It's
It's
been multiple
anomalies,
cruises.
bruh.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
Yeah, I don't know.
anomalies everywhere, bruh. Yes, we
I don't
did
know.
fucking land on the moon. We
I
walked
don't
on that
believe that, bro.
motherfucker.
I don't believe that.
I was into all of that shit, and I
No, we
said,
did not land on the moon, Dutch. Stop what you doing. I don't mean
yeah,
to
we
interrupt you.
did land on the
Mm.
moon, bruh. I mean, we
Stop what
did.
you doing.
Bro,
I was
and
a
it's like, bro, it's
conspiracy
like that.
theorist.
And I
All right.
know
I
that
was
you're a
I
non-believer,
was
bro.
I know I was a conspiracy theorist for years, but when new technology and new information comes, I adhere to it. I'm not the type of person that when I learn something about some conspiracy, I just stick to it and don't listen to new evidence that's coming out. I'm not that guy. A lot of people, they stick to their guns because they don't want to be right. I'm not a person that want to be right. I'm a person that likes to gain knowledge and gain new information to challenge what I believe. I told y'all I was a Christian, and I told y'all for years I was not saying it out of my mouth. I was riding for Jesus. I was looking for shit to literally confirm my Jesus. But I kept finding shit that fucking literally contradicted that shit, and I'd adhered to it. I didn't stick to my guns. Nah, new information brings new evolution and elevation, bro.
All right, bet. So by you saying that, let me bring you some new information, bro. I feel like based off of my
You
research, bro,
can't start
the
new
human.
information with I feel like. I just want to say that.
Okay,
You
cool.
can't.
Right. So listen.
You know I'm right, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Right.
based off of
I'm
the
just
information
saying,
that
you
I've
can't do
read,
that.
it has brought
All
me to
right.
the conclusion that, bro, certain places on the earth, bro, we just have no idea about.
No,
And
I
the
agree.
human mind, and hold on,
You're not
let me
giving me new
hold
information.
on,
I
bro. The
agree with that.
human mind, we feel like we have explored so many different elements and we dug so deep into so many different things, bro. The things that we cannot put our finger on, bro, we just have to make up a story to
I
where
agree.
though we got this shit figured out, bro.
August,
I
I
feel like
agree.
the moon is so hot, bro,
You keep saying you feel like.
because this is my feelings. Like I don't know if
Well,
it's real. Like how you can say when I
no,
speak about
I
things.
don't
When
feel like we went to the
listen, bro,
moon.
check this,
I
bro.
know we
No,
went to the
it
moon.
is feelings, bro.
No,
Listen, hold on, hear
you
me out, bro.
don't, bro. Y'all be
Anything
killing
that
me with
you
that shit.
anything
No,
that you
you
say
don't.
about
No, you
extraterrestrial, bro,
don't.
What
is a
evidence?
feeling. It's
No,
a
you
feeling,
don't,
bro.
bro.
I don't
No, you
feel
Anything
don't,
like
you
it.
say about extraterrestrial is a
bro.
feeling because you really don't
You
know.
No,
be
You
killing
you
me
you're
with
know
that
what
basing
shit.
it
the
off of some
Drake
information
equation
that
is?
another
That
motherfucker
theory.
gave
No,
you.
it's a theory. I didn't say
It's
I believe
a
it.
theory feeling, bro.
No,
Come on, bro.
no,
Tomato.
no,
Come on, Dutch. You're giving me a hard
it's
way
a
to go. Let me
theory.
land the plane, bro.
No. A feeling is your feelings. Is what
You
you
don't know. You believe. You
no, I
believe.
don't believe
You
in
don't
You
feel.
believe the
You
extraterrestrial
theory, bro.
believe.
I have
You
a
That
believe,
theory.
I look,
bro.
look.
I
Hey,
have a
Dutch, let's not get
theory.
caught up
A
on the
No,
theory
let's not
is
yo,
get
bro.
something.
Dutch. Let's not get caught up on
Knowing
the
and
small
believing is
words,
two
bro.
different
And we
things.
missed
No,
the
it's not.
point, bro.
No. I'm
Let's
not
not
So
gonna
get
it's
caught
swing
up
the
on
feelings.
the small
semantics on that
words,
one
bro.
because a
What I'm saying
theory.
is that you have no physical evidence and no hard facts that you can prove that their extraterrestrial life actually exists. You're going off of a
I
theory
don't.
that somebody else put in
Or
your
niggas
mind,
landed
No,
on
which
the
I'm
in
going
turn
moon.
is
off
a
of the
feeling, brother.
theory of what did Trey just say about the laws of physics, right? The laws of
Those are
physics
all
are real.
feelings, bro.
Hold up.
Beliefs. Beliefs.
The laws of physics are real. It's not a theory, right? So I base my theory on extraterrestrial life based on these laws of physics, bruh.
No,
Which
you
I
can't though.
said, hold up,
You
what I
can't. Bro, how could you base something off of bro? Think about what you just said, bro. Just take a second.
it's a law of physics called light speed. It's a law of physics called speed of sound. It's a law of physics called physical speed. The thing is, light speed is actually a thing. that you can quantify, but we cannot reach. G-force, when people are in a fucking jet, this shit happens. You cannot go that fast and fucking be still conscious. You will pass the fuck out. So at the end of the day, if and I'm not saying I believe anything, I said the theory will be if someone, something, or some it was to get here, they will have to use light speed. So therefore, I'm not saying I believe it. What I'm saying is, if it was to happen, these things will have to be in place.
But and that's all I'm saying. That's all. That's what you. That's a theory that you believe and that you follow.
No, I don't
Laws of physics,
believe
bro.
it.
You know
It's
who Newton
just
is?
what
I know
it
you know who
is.
Newton is, right?
Okay.
You know who Newton is, right?
Gravity,
You
bro.
got, hey, Dutch,
No,
you gotta let him
gravity.
cook, Dutch. You gotta
Listen,
let him. You gotta let him rebuttal.
No.
Man, that's don't let a
Gravity
nigga do
is
shit,
this.
man. But listen to him.
Matter of fact, hold up. Look, you see this, right? I don't
Yes.
believe that gravity exists, bruh. I know it exists because of this. It's
Cause
the
you
gravity.
physically seen that, bro. You did it yourself. You can say,
No,
I
but
know that this is what happened, bro.
what I'm saying is, okay, if gravity didn't exist and I went like this it's a theory. I'm theorizing, okay? If gravity didn't exist,
It'll stay in the air.
it
Got you.
will stand. But do you see it stand in the air? Can you witness it stand in the air? No. But if it didn't exist, like I said, if someone was to
So
come
look, check
here,
this. So check this. So check this, bruh. So
you're fighting something that's a theory,
would you
bruh.
say it? Hold on, bruh. Stop talking, bruh. A nigga can't get a sentence out with you, but that shit irritating, bro. Just listen, bro. If a nigga takes two magnets and put one on the top and one on the bottom and hold something in the middle, the shit will virtually stay there. So you saying these magnets are defying the laws of gravity, or do they still exist? It's just something that's blocking it
No,
from
that
falling.
is the law. No, that the law is the law when that happens, it's basically the way the magnet operates in theory, in not theory but physics.
No, it's the chemical makeup of the magnet.
It's the chemical makeup of the magnet. Now,
Bet.
if you turn these two magnets around, usually they'll come together. But the thing is, before I turn them around and they come together, I can have a theory based on what I see and theorize that, okay, if I turn them around, they'll come together.
Bro, I
Sort
feel
of
like we
like,
spend so much time on the little stuff, bro. We don't never like, especially me.
sort
I
of
know you
like,
get your points out, bro, but you don't even let a nigga. But so that, like, fuck all that, bro. The
I was
point of what I'm
answering,
trying to say
I let
is
you
that,
talk.
Dutch, can I please talk, bro? Can I please
Oh
talk?
my God.
So look, what I'm just saying, I'll let you have the floor after this, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, when it comes down to Charles Darwin, Newton, Einstein, all of these people, bro, they done research and they came up with their theories. Do you agree with that?
No,
No. Okay. Well, I don't even got nothing else to say then. If you feel
they
like,
didn't come up with, they
all of
didn't
this shit
come
that
up
these
with
people
their,
did before we even had the technology that we had, bro.
young.
Charles Darwin was saying this shit back in BC. So
All right,
before our
let me
technology even
reiterate
got
my
as
answer.
vast as it got,
Let
these
me
theories and
reiterate.
these
Can I reiterate my answer?
yes,
Let me reiterate my answer for you. The theories that they came up with were done from them based on their research.
right.
Now, the actual fact is outside of theory of gravity. Gravity isn't a theory, it's a fact. So Charles Darwin came up with the fact that the earth core has a gravitational pull that he proved. Now, without gravity, this will literally float in the air, but it won't be floating in the air. We just perceive it floating in the air. It has no gravity. Sort of like if you leave our atmosphere, and you're in space, it was zero gravity, bruh. You can't see gravity, but you
And
can.
so hold on. Go ahead. Finish.
But
My
what I'm
bad.
saying is, if you ask me, which the Drake equation will let you know that every galaxy represents a grain of sand and any beat you want to pick. Now, it's saying that the most likely theory would be that we are not alone in the universe, that expansion of the universe. We're not alone. It's not saying that we know we're not alone. It's just a high probability that we're not alone. So, if I understand the physics, the laws of physics of travel and how things move through light speed, speed of sound, so forth and so on, I will theorize if someone was out there through the Drake equation theory and they came here, they will have to use light speed. So that then leads me to believe that they are more advanced than we are because we have not achieved light speed.
Y'all can't hear him?
No, they heard me. They heard me. I'm heard. I digress.
I digress. He did it like
Chad.
I think Marcus, your main
Yeah, I think it was
he
guy.
fell out. Yeah, he fell out.
But still, give me my moment. That was a mic
Yeah,
drop. I was had a mic on it. Like I could please, bro. Can you clip that for me? Can you clip that for me? Can you clip that?
Get your little something. Yeah.
Hold on. Make it to where I just said it, and then give me the applause like I just said it. So when you clip it, or give me the clip. All right. There we go. I want that shit.
Oh yeah. Hey Sharice, where we at? 247? Our price started at what? 227?
Hey, bro, remember
my cookies out the oven and all.
That's about 240 when I started. Hey, bro, I need that. Just send it to me, bro. And plus, he fell off, so it was like it was silence and shit. Cause they ain't gonna remember who the fuck I was talking to. They just go hear silence, and then I'm like, and then I'm an AI to fuck out that.
That's it. We might as well go to the Sice report, y'all.
Hey, bro, I got hold on. I got to go. I got to get up in the morning. I got to go, bro. But I appreciate y'all. Hey, man, give me that, young. Oh, I'll find him a goddamn self.
I got you. We got our last topic right here. We gonna make it quick anyway because we already.
I'm out though. I gotta get up early.
Oh yeah,
I bet. Love y'all.
I try to end it at 12. We at 12:30. Yeah, we be rocking. All right, up on the Sice report, man. The good man that was on the Frederick Douglass Bridge, man. My boy was up there for a brick at pitch a 10 off. All right, y'all. A protester has been at the top of the Frederick Douglass Bridge for like days, shutting down lanes, causing traffic delays. Also, he demanded attention for issues like the war in Iran. Word is he already did it once before in 2022, so this is like his second occurrence. I want to know y'all from y'all. Do protests like this actually bring like the right attention to the causes that and the important issues, or is this like a distraction and they just be holding up people's lives and inconveniencing everybody?
I think people should protest about things that they care about, but there's ways to go about doing it. Now, if his ass fall off that motherfucker, then what? Out here playing around with his life and playing with everybody else. Like, it's okay to protest it, but like, I do think that this is extreme to me, in my personal opinion. And hopefully he get his ass down safely. Because what the hell? That's just my take, honestly. Dang, where everybody at?
I didn't know, but the ham started talking. But guess Brody gone too. Guess it was a long day for everybody. Shit, hold on. All right, y'all. From the youth to the culture to leadership, protests, from conversations, from all type of situations, from music artists like Boston Richey, man, the Waldorf kids with the 3D printer and the switches, to even Cut the Builder, man, and all the racist remarks he had and how we felt about free speech. We had a whole lot of people coming through the chat. We had a lot of new faces today, man. Shout out Mr. Kevin Ford Jr. He running for the Senate in District 24, was covering a lot of Maryland, even Siouxland. So we appreciate him coming through, man. We appreciate everybody. I already got the realest panel in the world. Got the greatest chat. Voila.